Woo! This is Hino's Sport bringing you that heat and that fire, huh? We keeping a foot on the what? On the next. We keeping a foot on the what? On the next, dog. We told these motherfuckers, man, they wasn't listening and they wasn't paying attention, man. We told them. Hino's Sport told y'all, man. I told y'all motherfuckers, don't disrespect Floyd, Money, Mayweather, dog. Don't disrespect TBE. TBE was going to have these motherfuckers right. I told these motherfuckers they wasn't listening. They wasn't paying attention. And what the fuck happened? I'm about to send Tom Ross the fucking link. I'm going to invite his ass. I told these cats, man, they wasn't listening, dog. They was on that bullshit. They was on that fuck shit. And what happened? Tank, pool counter extraordinaire. I told y'all, man, this was a bleep. That's all, folks. See, all these motherfuckers thought it was Superman versus Batman. Leo Santa Cruz ain't got no kryptonite. I told y'all motherfuckers, man. Tank is that dude. Tank can't be fucked with. Y'all hit that thumbs up, man. Tank can't be fucked with. Beast Mode 314 showed me what's up, man. Show Truth what's up, man. We told these cats, dog. Pool counter, dog. I told these motherfuckers, man. People actually sat here and thought it was going to be a war. People's boxing knowledge was being fucking tested here. And they failed. They fucking failed miserably. They failed horribly. Look at what Gervonta Tank Davis did, man. In 5 rounds, he dispatched this guy. I told everybody, man, y'all hit that thumbs up, man. He knows the sport all week. He dropped that unlimited pressure on y'all asses, man. He dropped that heat and that fire, man. And I dropped these articles for your ass today, man. I told y'all, man, y'all hit that thumbs up, man. Make sure y'all hit that Cash App, dog. Make sure y'all hit that Super Chat, man. We told y'all. Everybody that thought this fight was going to be close. Leo Santa Cruz lost 5 years off his boxing career. He looked like Manny Pacquiao against Juan Manuel Marquez. I told everybody, man, Tank is a pull counter extraordinaire. Floyd Money Mayweather meets Mike Tyson meets Roy Jones. I told y'all, man. People didn't want to hear that shit. They didn't want to hear when Hino's was saying that. Beast Mode said Tank destroy that boy. Beast Mode 314 showed me said Tank is the big dog of this division. The Patrick Mitchell said Tank that dude. That's facts, man. Can't nobody see Gervonta Tank Davis, man. Gervonta Tank Davis is an animal. I told y'all, man. Wait till he catch that super duper hype job variation. You see, this is how you dominate an opponent. Not that controversial bullshit that the super duper hype job variation had against Vasily Lomachenko. You can't try to go to war with a guy that has that level of power. You're going to get exposed. Chase that coin. I don't want to hear that fuck shit. Give Tank his respect. You was that motherfucker saying, Leo Santa Cruz, man, he's going to give Tank a problem. Chase that coin. Time to eat your fucking crow and give respect where respect's due. Tank this motherfucker. This is what you do when you show somebody's not on your boxing level. You embarrass them. You show them that they can't fuck with you. They can't see you. So it's time to put respect on Tank's name. I told y'all, man. All of these people, you have people sitting here thinking this shit was close. Look at that. Show truth. Who said it was going to be a pull counter? Who said Tank was going to knock his ass out by a pull counter? He knows his sport, dog. Come on, man. Chase that coin. Leo didn't push shit. What fucking fight were you watching? Are you drunk? Are you drunk as a skunk? Tank was systematically breaking his ass down. Did you not see the separation in the speed as the rounds was going around? Did you not see that he was off kilter, Leo Santa Cruz? Did you not see that Leo Santa Cruz was getting broken down each and every single round? I'm going to have to question your boxing knowledge. If you didn't see that shit, you don't know shit about boxing. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear that fuck shit. Because everybody knows what time it is. Y'all hit that thumbs up, man. Salute to the fucking chat. I told y'all motherfuckers, man. I was chilling on my boy Tom Ross TV's live, but I said, you know what? I got to go fucking live too. Because I told all you Rudy Poo and Plum Brains. I told all you classic Dolce and Tronco Dykes. I told all you ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. Y'all can't fuck with Tank. That dude is the dude at 135. And they said, well, Floyd. See, you had so-called black community fan bases saying Floyd, and he's against Tank. Look, he had Tank at his home the whole time, and look at how good Tank looked tonight. 5 rounds, fucking chase that coin. That means the fighter was getting broke the fuck down if you know boxing. Those body shots, did you not see those solar plex shots? Did you not see how Leo Santa Cruz was becoming a stationary target? If you know boxing, you know this shit. Tank was breaking this motherfucker down. I told y'all, man. Tank couldn't even get the fuck up. I mean, Leo Santa Cruz couldn't get up. We didn't even know he was going to get up. That's how much he got embarrassed. He said, keep trying to trip into. Beast Mode 314 said, them body blows were killing him. Damn right. Anybody that knows boxing knows. This is why I try to tell people, and they try to make it a race thing, and it is not even a race thing. To me, it's a black superior genetics. I'm going to always root with my aunts. And that's why I keep telling motherfuckers, black fighters, when they are at their best and Mexican fighters are at their best, black fighters are superior from a genetic standpoint. We have the superior genetic pool line, and it showcased itself tonight. You had a whole bunch of coon buffoons tell you that this was Superman and Batman. I'm going to say that again. You had a whole bunch of coon buffoons told you this was Superman and Batman. No, it's Superman and Malik. That's all, folks. Malik. That's all for Elmer fucking Fudd. That's what you saw. Leo Santa Cruz now lost 5 years off of his boxing career because he was daring to be great. This was Earl the True Spence and Mikey Garcia 2.0. But in this iteration, the 5th round KO stoppage happened. This nigga was done. Fucking done. I told y'all, man, you can't mess with Gervonta Tank Davis. Look at this shit. That's bullshit. Then you don't know shit about boxing. Joseph Selbu said, oh my gosh. John Kramer said, that was the most vicious and brutalist punch that I've ever had seen. Facts. Look at Roger Hernandez. See? This is what I'm talking about. Y'all don't want to give Tank credit. Y'all got to start giving Tank fucking credit here, man. He packed this nigga, dog. Tank got this nigga out of there. He stopped him. It's time to give Tank his just due. You see what Tank did? Tank did what Teofimo Lopez was supposed to do, the super duper high jaw variation. I thought he was supposed to stop Vasily Lomachenko. Wasn't Vasily Lomachenko the smaller fighter? Did he stop his ass? No. I told y'all motherfuckers, man, it's time to put respect on Henos Sports' name, because I'm bringing you that what? That heat and that fire, and keeping the foot on the what? On the next. And keeping the foot on the what? On the next, dog. And like the Tibetan Mastiff that I am, I'm applying what? Unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes, dog. I told y'all, man. Gervonta Tank Davis is a cash cow. Tonight was his cash cow standout. Those body shots, thank you, Chickadee. Those body shots fucking systematically broke him down. Ali the rapper, Tank is the best. Facts. Tank demolished this cat, man. I told y'all. He ain't gonna be the same. Leo Santa Cruz better retire after this fight. He better retire. That knockout right there that Tank gave him, he's done. Look at him. He's done. Leo Santa Cruz is done, y'all. I told y'all, man. Tank is on another fucking level. Tank is a superstar extraordinaire. It's time to put respect on Tank's name. Tank got this motherfucker out of there, embarrassed him in clear fashion. And you see what's happening? That's right, So True. Get Roger Hernandez out of here. You see, these motherfuckers so quick to want to jump and say, hey, man, Gervonta Tank Davis, man. Gervonta Tank Davis, he ain't fight. He fought a little ass motherfucker. Nah, time to put respect on his name, dog. Time to show respect. When it's all said and done, it's time to show respect. Tank got this motherfucker out of there. He embarrassed his ass. That's what Tank did at his truest and his most properest levels. Harry the Lock said, let's go. Damn right, let's go. Jerry Purrier said, facts, Tank is the real deal. Stop hating on Floyd Mayweather team. No one is perfect. Brian Knight, he gave his ass that lean back. Joey Foster, what did I tell y'all, man? I told y'all, man. You see, they always trying to shit on Floyd. Ali the rapper, I'm gonna get you on next time, bro. I'm just doing a solo dolo today. The bottom line is this, man. Y'all gotta put respect on Gervonta Tank Davis's name. Because Tank is that dude. Tank is that motherfucker at 135. They starting to see that shit now. Tank is a monster. See, that was the knockout of the year. Damn right it was. He countered him, man. That's what I kept saying, so true. I was talking on Tom Ross's live, and I told this Mexican dude, yo, dude is getting systematically broke the fuck down. And they weren't trying to hear that shit, man. They wasn't trying to hear what He Knows the Sport was saying. Jeffrey Purrier said, facts, Tank is the real deal. Stop hating on Floyd Mayweather's team. No one is perfect. Facts. Joey Foster said, Danny told his dad we need to change up our game plan. Listen, Joey Foster, Danny Garcia's fucking next. That's the same shit that's going to happen to his ass. Jalik, it's time to give Tank his respect. I don't want to hear no bullshit. I don't want to hear no coonery and buffoonery from your ass, because we know you can get extra coonery up in this motherfucker. Time to give Tank his respect. Did I not tell you, Jalik? Because you was one of the motherfuckers saying, well, Leo said to Cruz, man, you know, he's going to give him that busy man's tactic. You can't do that when TBE is training you, dog. TBE had this motherfucker 2 weeks out in shape. I want to hear that shit. Jalik D'Elia, Ryan Garcia's next. He getting packed. He getting pity packed. Brian Knight said Floyd know what he doing. Tank look drained. Facts. Mike Burton said, all right, bro. Tank sent Leo to the gulag with that uppercut. Damn right. That was that pool counter extraordinaire. My boy Joey Foster said, you know I know, bro. Damn right. They sat here and tried to shit on Floyd. We wasn't having that shit, man. We was not having that shit. We was not having that shit. We wasn't having no fuck shit. You're damn right, Jalik. Yeah, you better come straight. You better come fucking straight. Now, Car Painter 19 says, now it's time for Wilder to do the same thing to Fury. A vicious ass slaughter to Fury. Let's get it. Listen, Car Panda 19. Listen, Deontay Wilder coming for that ass, dog. Deontay Wilder came out of hibernation. And He Knows His Sport dropped 2 articles, man. Y'all go in the community post, man, because it's time to put respect on He Knows His Sport and Tom Ross TV's name, because we led the charge and we led the pack. When we told y'all that glove gate, look, it's always good when you lead the pack on some shit and then the fighter come back out and confirm exactly what you said. When everybody said, oh, it was just a conspiracy, look what Deontay Wilder said. I told y'all Tyson Fury cheated, because there's no way you got power like that. How you go from pillow-fisted to damn near all of a sudden you got power. Gervonta Tank Davis just became a superstar over fucking night. Look at Jalik D'Elia. See, we ain't trying to hear that bullshit. Listen, man, Danny Garcia's next. Danny Garcia's getting fucked up next. Car Painter 19 said, I fucks with you, bro. I can't wait. Damn right. I fucks with you too, man. Look at this. Look at this bullshit. Lupe Santos, the fight was tick for tack. Look at Tank's eye. Leo fought his art. You see the shit that I'm talking about? How the fight was tick for tack when it lasted 5 rounds. Do you know boxing, Lupe Santos? I'm going to keep your shit up for a little bit because you're exposing yourself. Do you fucking know boxing? Because if you knew boxing, you would know that when somebody knocks you out in 5 rounds, that's because they were systematically breaking your ass down. Clearly, you don't know shit about boxing. So next, Quentin Myers. Danny's next. Daniel H. Alexander, uncle, what's up, man? Salute to you, dog. It's been a minute. Quentin Myers, he says salute. He knows his sport. So cool one. You know, basketball, you on that bullshit, but boxing, we see eye to eye. He said Leo should have drunk some milk. Facts. Leo got done the fuck up. Like I told y'all, this was Superman versus Bully. That's all, folks. Elmer Fudd. This was not no Batman. This was not no kryptonite shit. Because Leo Santa Cruz can't hang with Gervonta Tank Davis, man. That's what people got to understand. Leo fought like a warrior. Facts. He did fight like a warrior, but guess what? That Aztec warrior lost 5 years off his boxing career. And guess what, Brian Knight? We don't know what his career going to be. He actually worse than Mikey Garcia. Watch, I'm telling you right now, they're going to have his ass on CTE protocol. That fucking vicious ass knockout, we haven't seen that shit since Juan Manuel Marquez and Manny Pacquiao. We didn't know if Leo Santa Cruz was getting up. So fighting like a warrior against Tank was the dumbest shit you could have ever done in your life. Because this motherfucker literally has power in his hands. Entertainment, I want 400K. Good for you, bro. If you want 400K, that's what's up. Josh G said, people gonna say cherry pick, laughing my ass out. How you gonna cherry pick a 4-weight world champion? Facts. That was the same shit with Earl the True Spence and Mikey Garcia. How was that a fucking cherry pick? Because when it was all said and done, Earl the True Spence fought Mikey Garcia, who was a 4-weight division champion, right? Or a champion that fucking won 4 fucking belts, and he was number 4 pound for pound. See, this is the fuck shit and bullshit that they do. But they gave Loma credit against Rigo, right? When Rigo went up 2 weight classes. See the double standards that's associated with boxing? You're going to give Loma credit, but you're not going to give Gervonta Tank Davis credit. It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, Ari the Lock said, a lot of them was saying Leo via decision before the fight. I know. That's what I was saying. If they would have listened to He Knows His Sport, I'm the only motherfucker that said he don't belong in the ring with Tank. Because Tank is special, man. Special begets special. Leo Santa Cruz belongs with the fucking Carl Framptons of the world, the Abner Morrises of the world. You should have known when he lost to motherfuckers like that, he did not belong in the ring with Gervonta Tank Davis. And when Gervonta Tank Davis was having those first 2 rounds where he was filling out, it's because Gervonta Tank Davis was trying to figure this motherfucker out. It ain't no cherry pick, Roger Hernandez. You don't know shit about boxing. Then you need to say that shit about Loma and Rigo. Then you need to say that shit about the super duper hype job variation. Because didn't he fight Loma? Loma was smaller than him. You gonna say it's a cherry pick too? See, this is what I'm talking about. Having your cake and want to eat it too. This is why He Knows His Sport calls them reverse bias, aka detractors, aka panderers. Because they want their cake and they want to have it too. I told y'all, man. Gervonta Tank Davis showed y'all. All of y'all wanted to see this Tank. He came back out, so it's time to put respect on his name. He said white guy slept the same way. Facts. He damn sure got slept the next. He damn sure got slept. Me 78 said Tank is a beast. I can't front. Damn right. I told y'all, man. Now it's time to give Floyd respect. Because you have so-called black boxing community fan bases saying that Floyd Mayweather is ruining Gervonta Tank Davis. Where the fuck they at right now? They on witness fucking protection right now. He said low blow changed the fight. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this bullshit. See, I'm gonna ether murk all of these bullshit narratives the whole week. I'm gonna apply unlimited pressure and Tibetan master style, all this bullshit. Trust and believe that shit. All this bullshit right here, I'm eliminating that all week. And y'all know He Knows His Sport has the ultimate power on YouTube to eliminate bullshit and fuck shit. Franco Alberti said we want to see Tank versus Ryan. Man, Ryan Garcia getting knocked the fuck out. He'll be surprised if he gets up. At least Leo Santa Cruz was able to get up. He ain't gonna get up. Pulse reloaded. Teofimo Lopez. I can't fucking wait. The way he was getting hit by Loma, man, if that's Tank, his ass is done. Ali the rapper said, I don't think Loma could beat Tank. Nah, Loma could never beat Tank because Tank got tanks in those fucking hands. This is why I try to tell everybody. Tank is literal. Tank won't fight a real. Are you fucking kidding me? A real 135 pounder. So Gamboa wasn't a real 135 pounder. See, this is the fuck shit that I'm talking about. Me 78. Tank. Okay, Loma. Damn right. Post reloaded. He said he deciphered that boy. Damn right he did. Tank plus Santa Cruz equals splat. Damn right, Tip Top. That's what it is, dog. Shit, y'all comments is live, dog. Tank can't do the same against Ryan Garcia. Okay. Clearly, you don't know shit about boxing because Ryan Garcia leads with his chin. Ryan Garcia is systematically there to get knocked the fuck out. Me 78 said Tank will KO Loma easily. Facts. There go my boy Jay Dixon. Tank almost tore that boy's ACL. Damn right. Look at Brian Knight. He said, I think Leo broke his hand. Now, are we going to sit here and legitimize Tank again? Are we going to sit here and say that Tank is that dude? Are we going to sit here and say that Tank is that real deal? Are we going to sit here and say that Tank can't be fucked? Because we got to say that shit, y'all. We can't be bullshitting. We got to get the real. We got to get the skrill up in this motherfucker. Tank cannot be fucked with. He woke Tank up in the 6th, so he returned the favor by putting Leo to sleep. Facts. Because this is what happened. Leo Santa Cruz tried to go into that Mexican Aztec warrior bullshit. And guess what happened, Roger Hernandez? Your fellow Mexican died for La Raza tonight. He died for La Raza. So True said, Roger Hernandez dropped them excuses and hold this L. Facts. You got to hold the fucking L. Light him up the bomb one. Salute to you, man. We called it, Doug. He said, so who next to get knocked out by Tank on pay-per-view? It's going to be the super duper hot drop variation. But guess what? They're going to duck Gervonta Tank Davis because you know what they're going to say? They too big for 135. I'm already preparing the excuse, y'all, because I already know the excuse that's coming out of their mouths. Jeffrey Purrier said, facts. The boy is special on the Mayweather team. He made weight and destroyed. Facts. Look at my boy Roger Hernandez. Leo stops weight bully stank tank. Roger Hernandez, you had one too many drinks. That's your problem. Roy McDonald, I pray that they put Ryan Garcia in there with Tank. Tank will murder him. Literally, he will. There's two fighters in boxing that will make you catch a body. One of them is Deontay Wilder. The other one is Gervonta Tank Davis. Make sure y'all go to the community post. Daniel H. Alexander, all y'all, make sure y'all check out the articles, man. Check out the Gervonta Tank article and watch how I called it. Watch how I broke the assessment of the fight. I broke it down in bets, you name it. Go look at the Deontay Wilder articles. You guys will be thoroughly impressed. You guys will be thoroughly entertained. You guys will be thoroughly enthused. Make sure y'all subscribe to the enosissport.com, man. Make sure y'all drop comments, man, in these damn articles, man, because these articles are the best thing you've ever seen on YouTube, the best thing you've ever seen in media, the best thing you've ever seen because it's coming from a three-dimensional thinker. Remember, he knows his sport is not a regular cat, nor does he think regular, nor does he reside in regular realms. Chase that coin said, I like Tank, but I don't think he beats Haney. Are you fucking kidding me? Haney doesn't have that performance against Leo Santa Cruz. You saw the way Leo Santa Cruz was coming forward. Chase that coin. Hank would have had problems because Hank likes to throw choppy overhand rights. Tank basically went toe-to-toe, took that Mexican bullshit style and raised it up too. Daniel H. Alexander said there are three fighters who never get their credits, and they are all dark-skinned. The other two, E and D, is their first name. Facts, initial. There you go, Daniel H. Alexander. I'm going to hold that one up for a little minute because that's facts, bruh. That's facts. LL Tank murked that boy. He damn sure did, man. They don't understand, man. Gervonta Tank Davis is that dude, man. He's that ether. That shit that make your soul burn slow. Rick Wilson said, thank God, that special punch. That's all I could say, man. I was chopping up with my boy Tom Ross on his live, man. And me and him was talking the whole fight. And I was telling cats, Gervonta Tank Davis is on another level. Roy McDonald said, nobody stopping Tank. Fuck out of here. Facts. See, now everybody knows what time it is with Tank. Brian Knight said, Tank special, yes. But the real deal is question. Nah, Brian Knight, come on, man. Did you not see that knockout punch? Did you not see what Tank gave? That punch right there is an equalizer. No pun intended, dog. But you saw the Denzel Washington movies. What are they called? Equalizer 1 and 2. That's what Gervonta Tank Davis has. Now you guys understand when I say Mighty Mouse iteration. Mike Tyson's power meets Roy Jones Jr. athleticism sprinkled with the pool counter extraordinaire Floyd Mayweather. You saw that all night. Mike Tyson's power, Roy Jones Jr.'s athleticism, and Floyd Mayweather's pool counter ability. That, when you sprinkle all three of those together, that's Gervonta Tank Davis. Post Reloaded said they calling him a weight bully because Gervonta was a smaller man. Are you fucking kidding me? Post Reloaded, you see what I'm saying? Post Reloaded, you see that fuck shit they always saying? And we gonna stay on their neck, bruh. Because how they gonna sit here when Leo Santa Cruz was the bigger guy and he pumped up in weight? He said, hey, what about that rematch? Leo looked good, and after all, he did a good fight. In a second fight, it would be more careful. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you really saying it's a rematch? You don't get a rematch after a 5th round slaughterhouse like that. He's done. Franco Alberti, if you know anything about boxing, you're losing credibility right now. Higgity fucking hush. Rick Wilson said Tank got that special punch, I'm telling you. Aaron Jones, that's my nigga right there. Aaron Jones, we looking like real G's, super real G's, ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets. We called this shit, bruh. When nobody was calling that shit, we called that shit. And we called a spade here, man. Post Reloaded said, murdered on Halloween. Yes. Ooh. October 31st, dog. I told y'all, man. Leo Santa Cruz is done. It's time to put respect on He Knows His Sports name because I told y'all he was going to take 5 years out of this dude's boxing career. What happened? 5 years were removed. If I'm Leo Santa Cruz, I'm retiring tonight. Devin Haney will give it to Tank hands down. Are you fucking kidding me? Devin Haney can't see no fucking Tank. He can't see no fucking Tank. Devin Haney got some shit to prove. Devin Haney, how about you need to have a real fight at 135 first? Your real fight was supposed to be Gary Russell Jr., then Bill Haney trying to be P. Diddy all in the fucking videos. Fuck that bullshit up. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Joseph Selbo said Tank versus Devin will be fired. Yeah, he'll be fired, but Tank gonna knock his ass out. Tank just proved can't nobody stand toe-to-toe in the ring with his ass. Can't nobody. Let's not say Canelo, though. Low. Okay, Canelo, we ain't talking about Canelo right now. Good to see someone not hating on Tank. Facts. I don't hate on Tank, man. Never did. I was right there defending this guy. Jay Dixon said, Aaron Jones, what's the haters going to say now? Facts. Facts. Look at this. Look what the fuck they talking about right now. Trying to take away the shine from Gervonta Tank Davis. Get the fuck out of here. Kevin Goldby, what's up, fam? Salute to you. Low, put him to sleep. Abner Morris, where you at? I told y'all. That's why Abner Morris said, oh, it's my retina. Oh, it's my elbow. Which one is it? Your elbow or your retina? Which one is it? Because they know Gervonta Tank Davis got dynamite in those fucking hands, man. Leo never been KO. That was so impressive. Facts. Leo actually was not trying to fight Tank. Leo ducked Tank so many years for a reason. But I could clearly see Leo Santa Cruz knows he's at the end of his boxing career, even though he ain't 30 yet. I done told y'all that this motherfucker sound punch drunk and he ain't even 30 years old. Thomas Moreland, salute to you, man. Quentin Meyer said, Ryan better worry about the real fight. Oscar soon asked Canelo. Facts. Rick Wilson said, y'all don't understand. Tank have that special uppercut punch. Facts. Salute, fam. Salute right back to you, man. I got Tank against any and all 130 and 35 pounders until someone proves they can take his power. I'm betting on Tank. Dallas Cowboy fan for life. I'm keeping your shit up for a little bit. Because I done told these motherfuckers what time it was, man. I told these motherfuckers and they wasn't listening or they wasn't paying attention. It's time to put respect on Gervonta Tank Davis's name, man. Y'all got to do that. James Dag, I told you. See, y'all got to stop listening to these so-called black community fan bases that's trying to conquer and divide and separate black men, black unapologetic men. They tried to say there was dissension with Floyd Mayweather. They tried to say there was dissension with Gervonta Tank Davis. They tried to say there was dissension with Calvin Ford. Did you guys see that? Or did you guys see three brothers come together? Calvin Ford was the trainer, obviously. Floyd Mayweather was sitting where he was at, obviously. And Gervonta Tank Davis had the performance he had. So were they separated or were they unified? It's the things that make you say, It's the things that make you say, See, y'all motherfuckers got to see right through that bullshit, but y'all also got to see right through that fuck shit. Because it's bullshit and fuck shit. And what did He Knows the Sport told y'all? Bullshit and fuck shit begets bullshit and fuck shit. Damn right, Jose. You better go eat your 20 tacos. You look like you eat 100 of them bitches. Aaron Cole, Tank beats them all. Tank is the closest thing to Floyd out right now. Tank has better skills to me than Crawford. Fact, Crawford better not even step in the ring with Tank. Tank will literally fucking kill his ass. James Daggs, left uppercut. That's why I told you, man, that pool count extraordinaire, though. He's a pool count extraordinaire. Tank proved he is a rough rider fighter who loves to fight. Facts. Tank embarrassed this cat, man. He said, make your soul burn slow. Make your chin hurt. You right. Damn right. It was that ether, though. That shit that make your soul burn slow, man. Quentin Meyer said, even if they get 10 million, Lopez ain't fighting. Nah, Teofimo Lopez saw that shit. He probably like, we going to say we going to 140. We're not going to fight. James Dag, you still hung up on the super duper high drop variation against Tank? I know what time it is with that shit. He don't want Tank. Trust and believe that. Not after he saw what he saw tonight. Because Tank tanked his ass in sparring, and he damn sure going to do that shit in the ring too. I told these motherfuckers, man, they cannot see Gervonta Tank Davis. People hate Davis. Facts. Tino Martinez, that nut shot was the equalizer. Nut shot? Are you fucking kidding me? Do you even know what body shots are? See, this is the problem with guys that are Rudy pulling plump on brains. Classic Dolce troglodytes, ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. They don't know shit about boxing. The Black Fist Network said, How Gervonta a weight bully when he called out Tank? James Daggs, Leo got smashed the fuck out. Facts. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what the fuck happened. Damn right, Harry the Lock. Celebrate. It's good times on, man. We got to celebrate. Leo Santa Cruz career just got shortened by that uppercut. He would never be the same fight. I just said that, Derek the Great. I've been saying that all since up until this fight was let up. He lost 5 years off of his boxing career. Five. Daniel H. Alexander, he knows his sport. Tank is a complete fighter. Have speed, power, defense, and ring IQ. Daniel H. Alexander is that uncle. You know that uncle that you got that's wise, and that uncle that you got that always drop gems and jewels? That's Daniel H. Alexander. You see? I'm going to read his comment again. He knows his sport. Tank is a complete fighter. He has speed, power, defense, and ring IQ. That's facts. Because if you listen to Gervonta Tank Davis's sparring partner, his sparring partner said he was more impressed with Gervonta Tank Davis's footwork than he was his power. Let me say it again, because what I said was so deep and profound. Let me let that marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Hear me? And hear me fucking well. He said that Gervonta Tank Davis's footwork is more impressive than his power. These are facts. James Dack said, I called middle round stoppage by Tank. Me too. I said mid to late because I saw this shit was going to happen that way. Mid to late. Because this is the thing you got to understand. You got to know how to break your fucking fighters down. You got to break their fucking ass down. Anything Aaron Jones says is facts, dog, at this point. Any fucking thing. Light him up the bomb. Haney can't even knock out a bum. He not on Tank level. Facts. That you are as good as your last fight. People forget Devin Haney's last fight against Alfredo Santiago. He had a choppy overhead right. He was predictable. He was getting hit with counter shots. Could you imagine if that's Gervonta Tank Davis's pull counter extraordinary ability? That means Haney getting knocked the fuck out. Tank is the Mexican killer. It's Mexican killer. Facts. Just like Floyd Money Mayweather, Mexican killer. Leo ducked Rigo for a reason. Facts. I done told y'all, man. Because I saw this shit a mile a fucking way. You said the truth, man. 5 years out. Thank you, Dave KC. Been calling this shit, man. Because I've been telling these motherfuckers and they ain't want to listen. Gervonta Tank Davis is that dude. Dallas Cowboy fan for life said Tank beats anyone at 130 or 135 until someone takes his power. I'm not betting against him. Facts. Teofimo Lopez beats Davis for sure. Okay, there you go with that bullshit. There you go with that fuck shit. We're going to get that motherfucker out of there. Super duper hype job variation can't hang with Tank. Rick Wilson said when he got knocked out, he seems spirits and said, don't fight Tank again. Joseph Selbu, Mike Tyson reborn with Roy Jones skills. Facts. James Dagg, Leo been ducking. Damn right he been ducking, man. That's why I try to tell y'all, man. Alfonso Morris, I think he took two man my punches, but good fight. Too many punches? Is that what you're trying to say? Nah. What happens is he was in front foot stance. And let me tell you something, Alfonso Morris. When you're in a front foot stance, you're gonna get wet a little bit. But you gotta see as the rounds was going on, Tank was figuring out his timing. He was systematically breaking his fucking ass down. Post reloaded. He knows his sport. Any thoughts on Usyk versus that bum Del Boyd? Listen, man. I don't give a flying fuck about Usyk. He's just another Loma, a big super white hope job. That's what he is at his truest and his most properest level. Let his ass fight Ife Ajagba or Daniel Dubois. Watch his ass get packed. That's all I got to say on Usyk. Fight one of those motherfuckers and watch his ass get exposed. Mr. Vegas said he knows his sport. Salute to you, man. Alfonso Morris, he countered Leo Santa Cruz all night in between his punches. There you go. That's that boxing brain. That's that true boxing eye test. Because if you got a true boxing eye test, you know that. He's a pull counter extraordinaire. Why do you think I keep saying pull counter extraordinaire? Research pull counter and you'll understand that. James Dagg, Tank is verified. James, I've been telling you, dog. You got to give me my credit. I've been saying that shit even before y'all was saying that. Tank always been verified. Y'all just late to the damn party. Y'all just catching up now. I've been saying Tank was verified. Mr. Vegas, ooh, wee, damn right, dog. Ooh, wee. I know you on that oil the way you said, ooh, wee. Evan Duncan, Tank Davis, Tommy Hearns, Leo Santa Cruz, Martin Raw, Dog Payne. That's facts, man. That's actually a good boxing film study, basically anthology that you brought out, man. I want y'all to go back and look at that. Y'all see what he's talking about there. John Kramer, Tank was hurt in round 5. He was drunk. That was new to me. He showed me he can recover. That was a great sign. John Kramer, what fight would you watching, man? You don't homie, but what fight would you watching? Tank was never hurt in this fucking fight. Tank ate a little bit, but he was never fucking hurt. He was never fucking hurt. I don't know what fight you was watching. He was like Pac-Man. He was gobbling that bitch up. He was never hurt. Post reloaded. Low Gina, I want to see a fight. Joseph Selbu, the Monster and Tank back-to-back. Facts. Mr. Vegas said, Tiger uppercut. Yes, sir. Fuck yeah. Jeffrey Purrier, facts. All these haters said Mayweather wants all that shine. Facts. Where the fuck they at right now? You see they kissing ass, they tucking ass. Because this is what betas do. That's why I try to tell y'all. There's absolution, motherfuckers. Real recognizes real, i.e. the he knows his sport, bringing you that heat and that fart. And keeping the foot on the what? On the next. And keeping the foot on the what? On the next. And then you got these fence straddlers, man. These motherfuckers that like to straddle the fucking fence. Where they at, Ox? All of these supposed black community fan base motherfuckers saying, Floyd, he's trying to get in the way of Tank. Floyd is trying to fuck Tank up. Floyd is trying to fuck shit up, man. Ox, talk to these motherfuckers. Where the fuck they at right now?
Hey, you know, these bigots, man, these bigots and these racists, man, they probably somewhere whooping and slapping on their wife and kids right now, mad because Leo Santa Cruz, you know, slumped this man right in front of his father, you know. But shout out to Leo Santa Cruz, you know, because I was talking about this earlier this week. You know, black business don't discriminate.
Yep.
Black business don't discriminate. We will do business with anybody. We'll welcome anybody into our establishment. We'll try to seize any opportunity we can to have a diverse clientele. But it's not always reciprocated. I don't want to make a blanket statement, but it's not always reciprocated. There are some true ethnicities out there that do give blacks opportunity, equal opportunity, and shout out to them. But the vast majority of people, they don't ever even want to give blacks a chance. They would never even hire a black person. There's a lot of companies out there that would overlook any black person just to hire someone else's cousin, uncle, whoever. There's a lot of nepotism in a lot of other non-black businesses. And how can you say anything about Tank or anything about Floyd? A black man is the one that helped Leo Santa Cruz get inside that mansion. A black man is the one who sold Leo Santa Cruz his first Lamborghini. He was never seeing that kind of money, living that kind of lifestyle. Black man took Leo Santa Cruz up by his bootstraps and lifted him and his entire family to a whole nother level. When are we going to see that reciprocated onto us? When are we going to have these Latino and Hispanic fighters call out these bigots? You know, you can still support Mexican fighters and Latino fighters, Hispanic fighters, but these fighters have to speak out for the racism that their bigotry and the racism that their people bestow upon us. We paying you millions, you know what I'm saying, giving you opportunity of a lifetime, win, lose, or draw. But your fans will sit up here and berate and cause discord, you know, within the sport out of jealousy and strife. And I'm challenging, you know, Hispanic and Latino fighters, man, and athletes, period, man, to speak out against that, especially if you've eaten and the root of it is endorsed or, you know, it was made possible, you know what I'm saying, by a black man. So I want to get that out there first. But a lot of these bigots, man, these racists, you know, they're sick right now because they just refuse to pay homage, not to a skin color, but just to the better man.
Facts.
And what it is, man, it's weakness. You know, and jealousy is to the grave, man. Facts. Jealousy is to the grave. You know, and it's a sad thing, and it's a smudge on the game. It's a sport of warriors. You know what I'm saying? This is a warrior's blood sport. but it's a lot of non-warriors who subscribe to the sport, and they pay attention to the sport, for reasons that they really shouldn't. And like I said, man, we seen a good fight tonight, and I told you guys, man, on my social media, at Groovy Bear, GR00VY_bear.
Mm-hmm.
I said it in my stories, Tank by stoppage, by murder, by knockout. I told you guys early. I said it's going to come early.
Yep.
And like I said, I'm not making a mockery of Leo Santa Cruz because I bet you Bill Haney won't take that fight.
Exactly.
I just got done talking to Ross, I had to tap in with him, and I said he asked me, who would I like to see Tank fight next? So I know that's gonna be one of the questions on here, so I'm gonna just go right into it.
Yep.
I need to see, and I'm gonna go in on this little motherfucker because he blocked me on social media. I don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna call your hoe ass out. And I'm gonna call you a hoe, because I've supported you and I've promoted your little fights and shit. I've bought your little weak ass DAZN and shit like that. Even though I don't got no respect for DAZN, but little Devin Haney, I'm gonna tell your little Pumbaa nose ass something. I'm gonna tell your motherfucking burnt trick or treat candy nose ass something. I'm gonna tell your greasy bell pepper nose ass something. All I said was you need to fight better competition. How the fuck you fighting Gamboa, but you don't want to see Gary Russell Jr.?
Exactly.
Gary Russell Jr. been inactive way longer, and it would be a more entertaining fight as far as fanfare. Don't nobody want to see Gamboa. Gamboa don't even got the DR no more on his back as far as support and shit like that. He done let the Dominican Republic down so much they don't even pay attention to his little ass no more, unfortunately. He pretty much paid to lose, and I didn't even respect when Tank was fighting him. I didn't respect that either, so it go both ways. But your ass for damn sure at this level shouldn't be fighting no Gamboa. You should have fought Gary Russell Jr. But since you think you so bad and you calling out Teofimo Lopez, you gotta wait behind the cash cow, and the cash cow is Tank.
Exactly.
But if you want that opportunity, if you want that smoke, what you could do is you can line it up with Tank. Because I already expect Taxera. I know Taxera don't even want Teofimo Lopez. So I know he don't want Tank, but he will fight. He will fight Devin Haney because Devin Haney is low hanging fruit, in my opinion. Because Devin Haney ain't fought nobody.
Exactly.
He's taking pictures with more people than he's fought. Like,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? He got a blue check for nothing. He got a blue check for taking pictures.
You know why he blocked you? It wasn't because of that comment you made. He blocked you because they know the shit that we talk about on the podcast. The shit gets around, dog. Trust me. And they know we was on that neck. And that's why he blocked your ass, because the news got back to him as we held his monkey rabbit ass accountable. That's what it was, dog.
Your motherfucking warthog ass, listen, man. You can't even grow a motherfucking mustache, dog. You look like a goddamn two-legged warthog, man. You know what I'm saying? Your little young ass need to fight somebody. You stay in some pictures, man, like a groupie. You know what I'm saying? Try to ride the coattail of Floyd, Roy Jones, everybody else. You got a photographer follow you around while take pictures of you while you scrambling eggs, eating eggs and shit. Why don't you fight somebody? You taking pictures like you a legend, like you done already made it. You have the aesthetics of somebody that's accomplished, but you don't have the resume of somebody that's accomplished. I'm gonna say it again. You have the aesthetics of someone who's accomplished, but you don't have the resume of someone who's accomplished.
Facts.
If you take your bell pepper nose inside a Foot Locker, motherfuckers wouldn't even know who you are. You hire photographers to follow you around. You don't have photographers clamoring to follow you.
Facts.
You hire your own press to follow you. Because it's that hip hop artist. It's that hip hop artist marketing element that his dad bring into it. That's the kind of fake ass shit them rappers be doing. Okay, we're gonna create an aesthetic like we've already made it, and we're gonna package and sell this to the people, and hopefully they jump on it. That's why you will see a rapper that you never heard of with a fucking, you know, moissanite ass fucking chain. You know what I'm saying? Some fake ass diamonds and shit like that. Woo! You know what I'm saying? You know, they done rented a couple cars for the video and stuff like that. They went ahead and got them a little Nikon, and you know, they shot them a cool little video to create and sell a manufactured aesthetic. Like I said, I'm gonna get back to the basics. I need to see Tank and Haney. I need to see Tank and Haney. You barking for Teofimo Lopez. Let me see you bark for Tank like that. Tank got 2 belts.
Ox be throwing them phrases though. He be throwing them phrases. He said greasy bell pepper nose. Ox, check out the Deontay Wilder article I did today. I said crafty crackhead, and I put right next to it because you know when it's like when somebody says a term, you put that dash right next to it in the name. I put a dash and I put Ox still.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you for shouting me out. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This nigga Devin Haney nose look like a motherfucking a triple meatball sandwich, nigga. No gravy, nigga.
That's it.
This motherfucker nose like a triple meatball sandwich or water buffalo, Cape Buffalo nose ass boy. Shit. Bull Mastiff nose ass boy.
They were supposed to show us what their medal was with Gary Russell Jr. And you know what's happening, Ox? We seeing more and more. It's less of Gary Russell Jr. and it's more of them. That's what we seeing now. Because they try to make the shit seem like GRJ wasn't trying to have that smoke with them. I don't believe that shit, man. Because every time I've watched Gary Russell Jr.'s MO, he's always wanted smoke. Win, lose, or draw. Always. It's these motherfuckers that did some shit through Bill Haney because they were feeling, oh, Gary Russell Jr. shouldn't get a payday. This is what I was talking about when
That's all it was, bro.
Vicariously through their son.
No, he ain't no TMT fighter, man. This motherfucker went and signed a slave deal with Matchroom.
There you
know
go.
What I'm saying? And I just got done talking about this with Ross, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney remind me of another AB. Now, he may be more dedicated and disciplined in the gym as far as gym rat goes than AB, but AB at a time was a gym rat as well. But the similarity that I see in the both of them is that they're both chasing fame excessively hard.
Facts.
AB was chasing that fame and he wanted to be noticed and he wanted to be accepted so badly that he began to become, distracted. And I don't know what the man focus is or whatever the case may be, but I feel like he does focus on a lot of bullshit. And like I said, I would like to see him and Tank line it up. You want to fight Teofimo Lopez for unification, I feel like you wait behind the bigger bag. But just the way that the politics of the sport go, these motherfuckers sit up there and make the Teofimo Lopez Haney fight before, because they know what's gonna happen with Tank. Now I feel that Lopez, and I'm not a Lopez fan. Lopez, you called out Tank. It's really no excuse for either one of these motherfuckers. That motherfucker knows like a triple barrel shotgun, dog. Woo. Not a double barrel. That motherfucker knows like a triple barrel shotgun.
Woo.
Anyway,
That's it nose, dog. Bell pepper nose. That's some good shit right there.
Motherfucker got a clone KRS-One nose. Motherfucker got a nose like Michael Jackson off the eye.
Y'all better
stop, dog.
Ox, we gonna keep the foot on their necks, man, because they gotta give Tank. They better start giving Floyd his respect. That's why Floyd say, "Fall your ass up under me. Fall your ass up under me."
You want to ride the coattail of Floyd and Roy Jones, all these different people, you know what I'm saying? But when it come down to trying to make a deal, you're gonna take your ass over to Matchroom Sports and DAZN.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get in with the PBC fighters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? No. He a man. He man enough. What you mean? He's still a boy, not man enough for Tank. If he man enough to call out Teofimo Lopez, he man enough to get in there with fucking Tank and get his ass put to sleep in front of his father, just like how he did Leo Santa Cruz. And I got the biggest respect for Leo Santa Cruz because he didn't have to trash talk or do anything dirty or shiesty. Man, he stepped up to the plate, to get it in there with a fighter. And I don't want to hear nothing about no weight or nothing like that. He came up in weight, and Tank came down. Yeah. And in my opinion, it's harder to come down than it is to go up.
Facts.
It's harder to come down than it is to go up. And so Tank was the one that was at the disadvantage. Leo Santa Cruz had a longer reach. And I believe he had a style, that could have caused a lot of problems for Tank. And what I saw in the fight tonight was Tank was looking for that shot. And that strategy is cool, but it's very dangerous. It's very risky because if you can't find the shot, the fighter that is used to applying more effective aggression and punching it more in volume, they could outpoint you. Even if they don't hurt you, they could outpoint you. However, this is what I started to see a shift. I started to see a shift, in the late second round, third round, fourth, and fifth. I started seeing a shift where Tank was going to the body more effectively and landing even more power shots. And the way I start seeing that head snap back, I said it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. And it's like it really is apparent that Tank did exactly what Floyd told him to do behind closed doors when they were backstage. I was watching Mayweather Promotions live feed, and he was telling them, if he starts, essentially what he was telling them is, and I'm paraphrasing, is when he starts applying pressure, stay calm and start going to that motherfucker body. Going to his body. You know what I'm saying? And like I didn't see Tank was getting touched up a little bit more than what I would like to see, but he was
not because of what you just said, because he's a 135 pounder now. It was more dangerous for him. So he actually had to reassimilate just for a quick second at 130. And that's why he was getting touched up. But we saw it, just like you said, Ox. And see, Ox said something on the very first podcast of this podcast. Y'all need to go back and watch the first episode. Ox talked about when fighters take this kind of risk. What Gervonta Tank Davis did is what Ox always talks about. When fighters take that level of risk, it pays off dividends. Not that bullshit risk. I'm talking about that risk where it's calculated and it's going to stop your opponents. Go ahead and expound on that, Ox, because you get all the credit in the world for saying that shit.
So, shout out
exactly what you was talking about with that.
Shout out to my uncle, what I'm saying? My uncle Eric Jefferson, retired Navy CB. He married into the family, and he's the one that taught me how to box. He influenced me to join the Navy. And my uncle, he used to fight in what they call smokers. If you have any old veterans in your family or whatever, that were in the Navy during the 90s, the 80s, 70s, ask them what a smoker is. Ask them if they ever fought in a smoker. Smokers were basically, kind of like intramural boxing leagues where the different branches of the military would face off against one another. And that's how they kept the morale high. They kept the beefs and stuff like that low. And people were able to get in good work. Yep. And when he first started training me how to box, he gave me this one philosophy. He said, look, you got to lose some skin to win sometimes. You got to lose some skin to win sometimes. What that means is, you may have to be conditioned to eat some shots if you want to come in there and do what you got to do. Right. And that's what I seen Tank doing. I never seen Leo Santa Cruz hurt him, but he was blistering him up a little bit, with some decent body shots because he is a champion. He's a 5-time champion. So let's get that out there. He's a 5-time champion. He wasn't a cab driver. He wasn't a wounded animal. He wasn't an inactive fighter. He's a very active fighter that applies a lot of pressure. But I said this. Facts. He's there to get hit. And he's never faced anybody with the explosiveness, the power, the strength of the likes of a Tank Davis. He's never faced anybody like that before in his career. And he probably won't ever face anybody like that ever again, because of what happened. And if he does, hopefully, you know, if he does ever face anybody of that type of caliber, hopefully he learns something tonight. And it's to stick and move and be elusive, and to have better lateral agility, because you cannot sit there in the pocket and trade with somebody as dangerous as him. And when I seen him smiling and grinning in the first round, false bravado. He hurt you in the first round. You walking back to the corner with a smile and shit like that on your face, whatever the case is, that man was hitting you with something and letting you know, I'm here. And you didn't want to look worried, you didn't want to look panicked, so you start smiling, you start grinning. That's a tell. If you ain't hurt, you ain't hurt. You ain't got to smile and grin. You ain't got to shake your head like AB. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't hurt, you ain't hurt. Walk back to your corner, take you, suck some wind, get you some water, and get back out there. You ain't got to smile and grin and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you hell think you is, but that was a tell, But I said, man, early rounds, between the 4th and the 7th round, and look when he dropped him.
Yep.
But I had people texting me, Tank.
Yep. Yeah, I had that motherfucker about mid-round too. I had that shit right around there. I said around round 3, Tank was gonna ramp that motherfucker up. That's exactly what happened, dog. Ox, we was right on the same wave with that shit.
And it's like, I poured on, but I poured on efficiently. And I'm gonna say this: all weight gain and drain aside, I'll say this: we only saw a mere fraction of Tank's athletic ability. We didn't see him faint.
Yep.
Tank Floyd was on the sideline. Faint, throw feints, do this. It's a lot of shit he didn't even do. Because at the end of the day, only the fighter can fight the fight.
Yep.
Only the fighter can fight the fight. And they only, you see something different when you're in the ring versus when you're on the side of the ring. And the way that he responded after the fight, I was even more impressed with that, because he was just like, I got to look at the fight first. And I know he's probably going to be disappointed with himself getting touched in the times that he did get touched, even though he wasn't hurt. But, he got to clean up that defense. He got to bring them hands up, because you get in touch with shit that you shouldn't get touched with. And if you do face someone who has a better chin, who can survive a little bit longer, you're going to have, and it was times I feel like he should have been a little bit more busy.
Yeah.
He was looking for certain shots and stuff like that. He was downloading information. But like I said about Floyd would download information, but he would also be working while he's downloading. Okay, he's a multitasker. He ain't an iPhone. He's an Android. He's an Android.
Those are fair criticism. You know what I think happened, Ox? Because I saw that. Yeah. I think he got too defensive oriented, and he went up kind of away from what makes Tank dynamic. And because he was trying to be so defensive early on, and he was respecting his opponent, he was getting touched up with some shots. But once Tank realized, and you could see the confidence turn around, once he realized the speed advantage in the middle of the ring was in his favor, that's when he started settling in on his punches, and he started changing the game. But it goes back to that original point of what you talked about. And going down in weight, that was dangerous for him. Yeah. Because he no longer is a 130-pounder. And I think that has something to do with it too. Because a Tank at 135 is way more solid.
Yeah, like another thing I seen people talking shit about in the comments. Tank seems lazy, fool. He's lazy. He seems like he doesn't like to train, fool. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You don't just get ready for a fight. You get ready for a fight if you just fighting at your normal weight class.
Facts.
But the way you get ready for a fight depends on what kind of fight it is. If it's at a catch weight, if you're coming up, if you're going down, the way you prepare for that fight is totally different. Now, if you're just fighting at your normal weight and it's just another fight coming up, whatever, there's going to be tweaks and adjustments that you make for your opponent. But say when you're going up to fight somebody that's bigger than you, your training style is going to be different, and it's going to tax you because you got to add more muscle. You got to eat differently. You got to get your body prepared to carry around more weight. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be able to extend the threshold of your endurance at that higher weight. Total opposite for when you're coming down. You have to put yourself at a caloric deficit.
Facts.
You have to put yourself at a caloric deficit your glycogen and stuff like that is going to be running low because
Facts.
you're depleting yourself, but you're still trying to exert yourself at the highest level. So it really puts you in a mind. It really has to be mind over matter. It really has to be mind over matter in order for you to survive that. You know what I'm saying? To be able to come down and weight, it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? Because when you come down and lose power, you know, like I'll use myself as an example. You know, I'm into powerlifting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't touch certain weight if I'm under a certain weight. Like I just can't. I can't even do it. You know what I'm saying? There's different power at different weights, and so like I said, when you deplete yourself, it takes a toll on you. And so, like I said, man, shout out to both fighters, man. It's just like Tom Ross. He said it very eloquently, man. He said, there's still room for improvement. He's a work. What he said was he's a work in progress.
Yep.
And you know, not people are always trying to go off of Floyd. You
Yep.
know, Floyd's last 10 or 15 fights and things like that.
Yep.
Nobody's going to fight like Floyd in the early quarter of their career, the first quarter of their career. You know, this is what the 20 some odd fight for Tank. He still got another 20, 30 more fights to go. You know, so if anything, he's maybe a third into his career. You know, if everything keeps going the way it's going, he's maybe a third into his career, or at least half into his career. And Floyd, you know, he had some rough fights. You know, he had some fights where he was getting touched up and stuff like that too. When he fought Chop Chop Corley, when he fought the Drunken Master, you know, when he fought a couple guys, man, you know, they were touching him up more than what he should have been touched up.
Mm-hmm.
But he eventually perfected and worked and tweaked on all that stuff, and he got better. And so people expect for Tank to be flawless like Floyd in his prime, and he's just a kid. He's still developing, you know. So, you know, he's still got a long way to go. What I'm going to be paying attention to, and I said this on shout out to Loyal to the Game. I said this on his boxing page. What I'm going to be paying attention to is to how Tank conducts himself after this fight. I would actually like to see Tank relocate to Vegas full time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that he can stay in the midst of work and not only be getting ready for a fight when it's time for a fight, but he needs to be in there, you know what I'm saying, more religiously to really, really sharpen his blade.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that tonight's win and the camp and all that stuff, hope it really, you know, weighed favor, you know, on his career. Hopefully he could change his decision. But I know it's more than just him moving back to Vegas. He got to move his team back to Vegas. You know, he got to move his family back to Vegas and his team's family. You know what I'm saying? And so there's more logistics behind the scenes than just what we're talking here on this live. Like, but eventually, you know, I would love to see him somewhere where he needs to stay consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Look what happens for you when you stay away from, you know, AB. No knock to AB, you know what I'm saying? But when you stay your ass away from AB and you stay away from the internet thoughts and shit like that, you focus on your career, good things happen for you. And we seen a good thing happen tonight.
Yeah. I mean, everything that you just said was so impactful because it puts you on a different trajectory. It puts you on a different scope. It puts you on a different wavelength. And truth be told, Ox, he made the perfect adjustment at the perfect time because if he would have had this fight against Leo Santa Cruz with doing the same shit that he did with Gamboa, this fight would have looked completely different. So he made the adjustment at the right time. And
Santa Cruz came to fight.
Yeah, he came to fight. And his game plan was actually an effective game plan. And it would have worked if Tank was on some bullshit. But because Tank dedicated himself to this camp and Tank was in shape, it did not work. And I'm going to tell you right now, these types of fights are collecting data type of fights. These types of fights, when you see a fighter win in this fashion, you know a thing or two about this action. You've been in the square circle. These types of fights bring up your confidence, man. They take you to the next level.
Mr. Vegas.
And when you fight a fighter that's gonna be a more elite competition, because you won fights like this, you take these fights and these championship habits of these fights into the next fight. Because this was for a belt, and he got another belt. And these fights right here, they bring up your confidence. I want to see Now, when Tank steps it up and ramps it up to the next level, who's going to be the next level on the chopping block? I don't think it's going to be Devin Haney next, and I'm going to be honest with you because Bill Haney going to do some fuck shit.
He gonna do some
I don't
fuck
think
shit.
it's going to be Teofimo Lopez next because you know why, Ox? They're going to try to say they can't make 135 because everybody's watching Tank's power and they see what the fuck's going on. I think Ryan Garcia is doable more so than all of them because Ryan Garcia and Tank have that money thing going on where they both can bring cachet to the table. And if there's anyone that's going to be the sacrificial lamb, it's going to be Ryan Garcia. I would love to see how that fight looks next. I would love to see Tank have that fight next. And then after Ryan Garcia, now we can get a Devin Haney type. You see what I'm saying? You tell me what's your take on that.
I'll tell you my take and what I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if these warthog nose ass niggas, man, decide to do something else, that's on them.
Mm-hmm.
If these greasy bell pepper nose ass motherfuckers decide to do something else, that's on them.
Uh-huh.
If these double barrel shotgun nose ass niggas decide to do something else, that's on them. But everybody got an agenda. You know, my ulterior motive, my agenda is to see Tank undisputed. And you got your little win over Lomachenko. Cool. You got your little win over Lomachenko. Good. But you set up here in your post-conference and you called this man out and said, why you fight the smaller fighter?
Mm-hmm.
Now you want to run up to 140. Tank can see you at 140.
Mm-hmm.
Tank see you at whatever weight you want to. The more weight you allow this man to come up in, it's actually making shit harder for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why you guys, buying chains and why you guys, like, motherfucker, you want to shine like us, man.
Back.
You want to shine like us. You want to ride like us, man. And it, shout out to Gabe. Shout out to everybody on the live, man. You want to ride like us. You want to shine like us. You want to do it like us. You just want to do it in your own skin tone for your own people. However, like I said, I want to see this Pumbaa nose ass boy Haney put to the test. I want to see him fight somebody real.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got enough gumption to call out Lopez, you should be trying to see Tank.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't want to see Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. ain't got no money or no backing to bring any kind of money to the table, so he's at the mercy of whoever. I think he's with Al Heyman also, but Al Heyman can make it work, But it's them Haney's that's gonna be ducking smoke. So they already ducked that.
Facts.
And they want to beat up on poor little Gamboa.
Mm-hmm.
Gamboa done had his head whooped on enough, man. Leave that man alone, dog.
Mm-hmm.
The man done been through enough, man. It's cool y'all keep giving him little paydays, but leave that man alone, man.
Yep.
Leave that man alone, dog.
And we gotta start calling that fuck shit and bullshit out, Ox, because that's Tank's leftovers. Fight
that's
real.
You fighting Tank leftovers, you know what I'm saying? You should really be fighting Tank.
There you go.
If you want to fight somebody leftovers, you want to fight Tank. You need to fight Tank, and if you feel like you deserve a spot over Tank to get at Lopez, then you should. It all roads lead to Tank.
Mm-hmm.
You can't overlook Tank, but want to fight Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
You need, what I'm saying? This dude, Devin Haney, sits up here, and you coattail celebrities, you clout chase celebrities, you act like a fucking groupie, like a boxing groupie. You got a lot of default clout, but you have not really actually done anything in the sport.
Yep.
You was calling out Lomachenko and you grinning and shit. Oh, he ducking me. He ducking me. Like, who are you to duck?
Exactly.
Who are you to duck?
Mm-hmm.
Why would somebody duck you, dog? Why would somebody duck you?
Exactly.
And if somebody ducking you, then it makes logical sense to go ahead and see whoever calling you out that won't smoke.
Facts.
And Gary Russell Jr. was calling you out for that smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, he's Mr. Cap. No, you Mr. Cap, dog. Because you should have made that. You should have made that fight.
Yep.
You should have went ahead and embarrassed Gary Russell Jr. like how your clout implicates that you would.
Mm-hmm.
Look up the definition of implication.
Yep.
It's a thin line between an implication and a fact. A lot of these guys don't know the difference between an implication and a fact.
Exactly.
You know, so with all of that being said, I'm saying this. I would like to see Devin Haney and Tank. And I would like to see Taxera and Teofimo Lopez. And I would like to see the winner of the Taxera and Lopez, come together. I got a little bit of indigestion. I was eating Mexican food tonight. You know, I was trying to support
that's all good, man.
The Mexican community.
Hey, that's how it be sometimes. And it's befitting
I had to give something back to the Mexican community since we took the belt off their ass tonight. You know, we took something from y'all tonight.
Enchilada, burrito, what you had, bro?
They call it the Patron burrito, fool. You know, but and like I said, people, listen, man, I'm not a bigot. I want to make this clear, man. You know, I got 3 beautiful nieces, man. They're all half Mexican. You know what I'm saying? A third of my family is Mexican. And that's why I really be getting on the accent like that. You know what I mean? Because like I said, they stay partying. They show me love. They take care of us. You know what I'm saying? They make sure I got everything I need. It's all love, man. Black and brown make green at the end of the day.
That's it.
You know? And so, like I said, man, I would just like to see Devin Haney. I would like for him to put his motherfucking gargoyle feet to the goddamn fire. You know, put his little gargoyle ass looking ass to the fucking fire, and really make him put up or shut up. Because you done took enough motherfucking pictures with celebrities. You done saw enough clout, okay?
Yep.
You know, you have already, you know, you've created the aesthetic of achievement. So I want to see what you're really actually made of. And so I want to see you fight somebody real after Gamboa. I want to see you fight somebody real after Gamboa. I want to see you fighting a household name after Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? Or I might come out my own 100-part series on his ass.
There you go.
I might have to follow. He knows, you know what I'm saying, and really get to cooking this dude, man. Like I may have to resort back to my high school days when I used to have grown men crying. You know what I'm saying? With this roastage, man. I done matured and I stepped away from the roastage, so I'm a little rusty, but it's still in me. I could lower your self-esteem like a cell phone battery. I can lower your self-esteem like
you're a natural, man. It'll come automatic, dog. You already got catchphrases for days, so that shit is natural, bro. Bell pepper ass. I mean, those are classics, dog.
Listen, man.
Those are classics.
This motherfucking triple meatball nose ass motherfucker. Listen. I'm so fucking annoyed by this kid, man. And like I said, people, you guys are always talking about it. Listen, it's black fighters I can't fucking stand, dog. It's black fighters I can't fucking stand. But you guys don't be tuning in those episodes, man. So it's just like, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I want to see, you know, Haney versus Tank, the winner of Lopez and Taxera, and I would like to see Tank and this guy, you know, go heads up. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you or you know what, someone else that been barking, someone else a motherfucking neutered Yorkie. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even a Chihuahua. This motherfucker a neutered Yorkie with a summer cut. You know what I'm saying? You know how motherfuckers be chopping down these dogs, they fur low and shit. Making them look like a little lion and shit like that. But you ain't no lion, you're a Yorkie, dog. And you know who the Yorkie is right now in boxing? Ryan Garcia, Bambi leg ass. Ryan Garcia built like motherfucking Taylor Swift, dog. Ryan Garcia, if you put Ryan Garcia and Taylor Swift in the same gown, you would not be able to tell the difference, man. Ryan Garcia need to put up or shut up. They need to stop coddling his ass too. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are cushioned and coddled to the highest motherfucking extent. Hype job supreme. Devin Haney ain't nothing but a black version of Ryan Garcia as far as hype goes. Who the fuck Ryan Garcia done fought?
Mm-hmm.
But them two little motherfuckers right there is always on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't real if you hire a camera crew. If you got to hire a camera crew to follow you around.
Facts.
If you real, you charging a camera crew to follow you around.
Exactly. They
And
doing that just for the strength of doing it.
Yeah. You helping their resume. You know what I'm saying? You charging them. You want to follow me around, take pictures and shit like that. You want to be a part of my art. You got to pay me X, 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 and X. No, you paying them. You paying them. You paying everybody around you for this clout. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, Devin Haney, in my opinion, ain't nothing but a black Ryan Garcia. A black Ryan Garcia.
Man, he done poked that double bear, dog. I see that shit.
Listen, dog. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life, you know what I'm saying, try to block me on those social media because I ain't no yes man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had love for your little ass because you was a little, little gym rat, little young motherfucker trying to make it. You know, I seen your little funny young looking ass, you know what I'm saying, for some years trying to come up in boxing, trying to take pictures with everybody and shit. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But what I don't respect is when you start fighting leftovers. You know what I'm saying? What I don't respect is when you start trying to belittle other fighters, you know what I'm saying? But you don't want to see them, though. You don't want to see him. You had no reason not to see Gary Russell Jr., but you try to manufacture it like he was ducking you, knowing good and well your daddy didn't want you fighting that boy.
Exactly.
The kind of training I seen Gary Russell Jr. doing, that motherfucker was on some Super Saiyan shit. He was on this straight old mech energy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even fuck with Hoteps and all them kind of people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He coming out there with his Hotep shit. Okay, you a little deep on the spectrum for that with me, Gary Russell Jr. However, I fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with your little DMV ass, man, because I got some friends and family out there, and I know what kind of cat the little dude is. And so I feel like that little motherfucker would have put something on your ass.
Exactly.
But you didn't want it. So, but you calling out Lomachenko, you calling out these belt holders. See these people in the way that really actually deserve a chance more than you. And like I said, man, they've been coddling Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia too long. They trying to coddle them into 30 fights. They trying to coddle them up to like 30, 40 fights before they make them really fight somebody real. You know what I'm saying? That shit lame to me, man. That shit lame. You calling out Teofimo, but you ain't calling out Tank. And then, you know, this is what be killing me about folks too. They want to post like little sparring video or shed secrets on sparring. Okay, man, you may catch somebody in the gym. Motherfuckers ain't in the gym like championship night fight ready every time they in the fucking gym. You may be in the gym one day and got fucking bubble guts. You may be in the gym one day and you just been on a fucking sex marathon with your gal, you know what I'm saying, and then busting like 8-9 nuts the night before. And a motherfucker that, you know, ain't got no action like that, they fighting for their life in the fucking gym and y'all supposed to be sparring. And they go out there and they bitch ass try to talk about it and put it up and this, that, and the third. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, they love doing shit like that. They workout warriors, they're corny as fuck. You can tell they ain't got no fucking swag. You can tell everything is manufactured about them or whatever the case is. And they try to capitalize on people's inconsistencies. But they will duck a person when they at their best. I don't respect them little details, man.
Nah, we don't respect that bullshit.
I don't respect that little fuck shit. So, you know, like I said, all roads I feel lead to Tank. And whoever don't want to see Tank, they don't really want to be the best, and they really don't want no real true smoke.
Man, everything that you say, you so eloquently said it, dog. When ox riding like that, dog, you gotta be like a turkey, dog. Gobble that shit up, dog. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something right now, man. Ox can toot his own fucking horn right now because in double bear fashion, everything that he called, everything that he said that had to happen in order for Gervonta Tank Davis to look the way he was going to look emphatically had to happen exactly the way it did tonight, and it did. I don't mind that Tank, to be honest. Ox got wet a little bit because that's what happens when you step up in competition. You're going to get wet, especially when you're on the fucking front foot. But it's the fact that he was able to make adjustments round after round. Like if he was getting wet the way that he was getting wet in the first round, every round like that, then we would have a fucking problem. But every round, the wetting was getting less and less and less. And then you saw Leo Santa Cruz. You know that shit. When you start seeing a fighter start stepping to the side on your ass, start stepping to the left, check hooking you, throwing fucking counters, and then got you dazed, and then able to throw flurries of combination on you, that means they systematically breaking your ass down. That means something is happening. And here's the thing, Ox, because that's something that people don't talk about, and it has to be talked about. Those body shots. Gervonta Tank Davis had timely body shots, especially the ones to the solar plex, man.
Brutal.
That shit took the wind out of Leo Santa Cruz, man.
Listen, man, Leo Santa Cruz, and I don't want to open up another can of worms, man, but like Leo Santa Cruz, he earned my respect tonight because if he had a higher pain tolerance, I'll just say a higher pain tolerance to survive them shots, Tank would have been in trouble because he was in there trading with Tank, and he, in my opinion, in those early rounds was busier than Lomachenko. I'm gonna tell you something about you Lomachenko fans.
That's facts.
I'm gonna tell you something. I like I said, I cannot. You see it. I'm talking about Haney. I'm going in on Haney and stuff like that. I got nothing but respect for Santa Cruz. But Lomachenko ass would have been dead tonight.
Oh yeah, tonight he would have been dead. He would have been
dead. That motherfucker would have been dead.
He would have been dead in the water tonight.
That motherfucker would have been out of there.
Yep.
Because he almost killed Santa Cruz, dog. Like, he almost put that man was asleep on his feet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But if that was Lomachenko, like Leo Santa Cruz is taking them body shots, eating them way better than than Teofimo. And Teofimo Lopez was just putting that stick out there. He ain't got crack like Tank. You see what I'm saying? He went 12 with that little. He went 12 with little Lomachenko. He went 12 with him. So, you know, you got the nerve to want to sit up in your podium with your face fucked up. And so, like I said, we don't know, you know, if Lomachenko shoulder was, you know, injured before the fight for real, or during the fight for real, or in the course of we don't even know. All we know is Lomachenko put some little pitter patter on your ass that had you looking way more fucked up than what Tank looked tonight.
I agree with that.
Leo Santa Cruz.
You ain't got no rebuttals for me with that shit, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, Tank on another level. And you know what happened, Ox? I'm glad you said that because we're in our happy medium state, dog. I'm glad you said that shit. Tom Ross, what's up, man? I'm glad you fucking said that shit. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm glad you said that, bro. Because when it's all said and done, the bottom line is this. Gervonta Tank Davis had to do that alpha beta shit with Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz was trying to tell Gervonta Tank Davis after a while, oh, nah, I'm going to draw this center line mass on your ass. And Tank realized it, and he said, you know how when we play spades and we say, I'm going to meet you and I'm going to raise your ass too? That's what fucking Tank did. Tom Ross, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. We done did this shit in the military. I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna raise your ass too. That's what takes
poker. That's poker.
Cruz and raise that motherfucker too. That's what he did. He rose that nigga too. And then Leo was like, oh shit. You could see it because his face was kind of dazed because they hit him with a 2-piece downstairs. I know my 3 amigos True Alpha saw that shit because I saw it. He hit him with a 2-piece downstairs, and then he hit him with a 2-piece upstairs, and Leo was like, oh shit, I don't belong in the ring with this motherfucker. He gave that look. It was an instant look.
Yeah, he got the grin. He got the grinning. You know, me and Ross was talking about this a little bit earlier. You know, he got the grinning and doing that little shit with his little hand and shit and pulling at his trunks and shit. And he tried to fake that little low blow or whatever. When he faked that little low blow, I said, oh yeah. It won't be long for now, fool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It won't be long, fool.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, man. I called it earlier. I said, this fight, Tank, how it's going to be set up is going to be how basically how Teofimo set up Loma. So if it's going to end up in a brutal knockout, and that knockout, that shit was brutal, man.
Yep.
That shit was brutal. He was asleep. He was down to sleep for about 5.
Dog, that shit
Out.
reminded me of Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. He took a nice little doze. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But Leo Santa Cruz better be glad that I never had a problem with him. You'll see, have a series coming up. But I never had a problem with him though. You know what I'm saying? He would definitely have a series coming up.
Buffoons that sat here and said that Leo Santa Cruz was going to be Batman, and that was disrespectful because we know Batman carries kryptonite for Superman. You know what I called it? I said that's when Tom Ross knew. He was like, man, he knows got to be on some oil. I said, blink, 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 blink. That's all, folks. That motherfucker was Elmer fucking Fudd versus Superman, dog.
The moral of the story tonight: no será lago, no será lago, no será lago. That means it won't be long, fool.
Yeah.
No será lago. Hey,
Oh
man.
my gosh, man.
Won't be long, fool.
You think Tank should fight Loma? Loma not going nowhere near Tank.
Tom Ross is live, man. Tom Ross's live set the tone for this shit, bro. I keep it real with y'all. That live was livid. All of us was chilling. Ox was eating. You know what I'm saying? Ross was dropping gems and jewels. Me, if y'all want to see me elevated, I was elevated, talking my shit. We just had that moment, and then next thing you know, Tank goes in there and does exactly what we all say he was gonna fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
That motherfucker like, ay, demasiada poder.
Mm-hmm.
Too much power, fool. That's what that means. Demasiada poder.
Yes.
Too much
And
power.
you know, guys, we all feeling good right now because guess what? These reverse bias, aka detractors, aka pandas, they ain't got shit to say now. Bud got stopped. Bud got dropped within 3 rounds against Mean Machine. They got exposed with that. Canelo Alvarez is ducking everything with a pair of gloves. They don't know what to say with that. The Charlo brothers got damn near 154 and 160 on lock. They don't know what the fuck to say with that. Now Gervonta Tank Davis doing his thing. Man, Earl the True Spence, Raka Pat Danny Garcia. These motherfuckers gonna be on witness protection, dog, for the rest of 2020, dog.
Yeah, after Arrow whoop on Danny, only one left is Fury.
Yep.
And me and Ross was talking about this a little bit earlier, man. If Wilder go to the body on Fury,
it's over.
And I've been putting it up. I've been putting it in the atmosphere because what's going to end up happening? One or two things gonna happen, man. He gonna end up trying to duck and fight somebody, and they gonna stop his ass because he is stoppable. You know, we've already seen Fury damn near lose in another fight anyway. So he is stoppable. You know, but Fury, you know, and Wilder, I want a body on my record. Country, I want a body on my record. You want a body on your record and hit this motherfucker in his goddamn sternum, dog. Hey, Wilder, hey, let's cut all the bullshit. That motherfucker tried to kill you, dog. Hit this motherfucker in his sternum and blow his motherfucking heart out his asshole, dog. That's what you need to do. Hit that motherfucker with an uppercut, man, to the body, make him shit his goddamn kidneys out, dog.
For real, man. Real, crush it down sternum.
Crush his fucking sternum, dog. Hey, slump that bastard, dog.
If he hit him with a straight right hand to the sternum, the fight over with.
Mm-hmm.
Like fuck that headhunting shit. Hey, hit that motherfucker in his goddamn sternum, dog. Hit this motherfucker and make his shit his goddamn kidneys out, dog. Like Floyd said.
R said, that shit is hilarious, man. He said Tank got COVID-19 out of Leo.
Damn. Hey, don't do Leo like that, dog.
Somebody had a nerve to say Canelo ain't ducking nobody. Canelo vacated 2 belts to avoid people. Get the fuck out of here.
Man, Canelo somewhere, man. Canelo somewhere getting his whole body 3D scanned for some custom fishnets, dog.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker
we know who that is. That's brown nosing like that. That's Reject Robin, though. That's who that is. That probably was Reject Robin was probably on your shit, Tom Ross. Right there, trying to get on you and Ox to try to get you guys off kilter, man. That's how that shit works. These types of comments, they're familiar. I know these comments a mile away. I can smell them a mile away. The Reject Robin written all over that shit.
Yeah, these Canelo fans delusional, man. Canelo fans and Pacquiao fans delusional. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers think, how the fuck is Pacquiao too old to fight Spence, but he wasn't too old to fight Broner. He wasn't too old to fight Thurman. He ain't too old to fight fucking Conor McGregor, but he too old to fight Pacquiao.
Exactly.
If he's too old, then he should vacate his belt and he should retire.
There you go.
Man.
Vacate your belt. If you that old, vacate. As long as you got that belt, you're a target.
Mm-hmm. Canelo ducking everything with gloves. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, because I just watched that dude, Ben Tucker, man. He about 2 years away from really showcasing, but he was on that last undercard, man, last week. And that motherfucker right there, shit, he only 23 years old. But watch, Canelo gonna fucking duck his ass too. Because that's Canelo's MO. He ain't gonna fight anybody that got real fucking power. And now, here's the thing, guys. Canelo saying he can't make 160. We know what that's all about. It's because of that performance Jamal Charlo had against Derevchenko. That shit scared the cinnamon dust out of Canelo Alvarez's ass. Come on, let's call a spade here, man. You don't want no.
And that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, we got
cool.
two.
That's what's up for 80. I'm glad. See, I like to see when Mexicans eat their crow. Because we got to eat our crow when we get our shit definitively wrong. And we do eat our crow when we get it definitively wrong. I'm glad you ate your fucking crow here, man. Because a lot of motherfuckers, truth be told, Ox, truth be told, Tom, they weren't trying to hear us when we was talking Floyd and Tank. They thought we was being, how we say this shit? They thought we was being indifferent, Tom. They thought we was being indifferent, Ox. I mean, it's so beautiful for us to sit here and see Deontay Wilder comes and confirms something that we spearheaded. We sat here the whole fucking time and said this shit was a sham of a fight, that this motherfucker cheated, this motherfucker did all the shit that he did. And then Deontay Wilder, it wasn't the verses or anything. It was when Deontay Wilder broke down in detail the egg-shaped dent that he had in his head and how he said he felt something in those gloves that felt like a rock, like a fucking cement that dented his fucking head. That gotta be
Reject Robin. That gotta be Reject Robin. He always saying he black and messenger.
I got something for old boy 480602. He said, "Oh boy 480602. You know, I respect the fact you want to eat your crow, but just to make it a little bit easier for you, man, you need to get your hands on some of this, man."
There you go. There you go. Arizona
gunslinger, bro.
Woo, I've had that shit. That shit is hot as fuck.
That shit good though. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah, that shit hot.
I respect the fact he want to eat his crow, man.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
But yeah, these other cats on here whining, man. Canelo ain't no motherfucking number one pound for pound. This motherfucker, Hell no. And neither is Bud.
Especially Bud.
Bud.
Man, I'll tell y'all right now. If I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't know how you feel, Tom. I don't know how you feel, Ox. But if Brooke fuck around and knock Bud out,
I got Brooke
the whole year. Fuck it, I'm celebrating for the whole year, bro.
I'm pulling for Brooke, man. I'm pulling for that's the underdog that I'm pulling for. Like I was pulling for Teofimo Lopez, you know, because he was a heavy underdog, you know, in that fight, man. And it's just like sometimes you can't always go with the person that is at the clear advantage. Sometimes you got to go with the underdog. And
I hear you on that.
I'm going with Brooke on that one because I feel I'm going off the assumption that if Mean Machine can drop you, and he was inactive, you know, for over 380 some odd days, you know, a year and some change, basically. If Gamboa can wobble you, you know, Brooke, he gave Spence a hell of a fight at 147. You know, Spence ended up getting the better of him, you know what I'm saying? But Spence was on an upward, you know, upward climb. However, you know, his last 3 fights at 154, he didn't have any issues with that eye.
Yep.
He didn't have any issues with that eye. Now, he may be having some administrative issues as far as, like, you know, who's in his corner, who is his trainer, and stuff like that, you know, but he's still a dog.
Exactly.
He's still a dog, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, his early part of his career, you know, he had some super cab drivers in his career, whatever the case is. But it's like, I feel like this, if he come out there and fight the fight he fought against Spence or the fight he fought against Porter, if he applied that kind of tenacity towards Crawford, we're going to see Crawford either get we're going to see him exposed, beat, and or stopped.
Facts.
You know, if he could buzz Spence, you know, Spence has a hell of a chin. You know, Spence has a hell of a chin. The only person that really, you know, put Porter down was, you know, Broner had a nice little flash knockdown. You know what I'm saying? But Spence almost fully put him to sleep.
Yep.
You know, but he mauled, you know, Brooke mauled Porter, man. He had Porter crying in the corner.
Yeah.
And like I said, he has everything to gain. He has everything to prove.
Yep.
And you can never underestimate a person under them kind of circumstances. You know, Bud is riding high right now on a lot of clout and stuff like that. Brooke is trying feverishly, man, to get back into that conversation. So we'll see what happens, man.
Exactly, Chris Ashley. Bud ain't no fucking pound for pound. That's why I wanted to spit at fucking ESPN. I call them Emotionally Stupefied Peons Network. Because they had Bud number 1, Canelo number 2. How the fuck you got those 2 guys? And you saw Stephen A. Snake. Yeah, whatever Max said. As if Max is our authoritarian on boxing. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Both of y'all. Damn near Max fooled them in. I mean, these 2, they don't know shit. And Floyd checked them, dog. Woo!
Checked them like some bitch.
Checked them. Floyd was like this. Y'all said Muhammad Ali. Y'all said that Loma was better than me or Muhammad Ali. When he said that, you could see the ultra fanboy in them come out. They started going like this. You know how when motherfuckers hear some shit, they start swallowing? I didn't say that, Floyd. I didn't say that.
Yeah, that's like some
Floyd didn't say
that. Yeah, that's like some business, man. You work for ESPN just like everybody else. No interview said that. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. And when they said it, you ain't correct them.
He said Abrams bum diet. You're right about that, dog. I don't know who that is. Elemental P.
Yeah, man. So somebody said up a couple of comments that Crawford need to work with his defense. Crawford 30-some fights in. It's over with.
And he's 33, dog. And he's 33.
Ain't no regular defense. That defense is set.
Just like with Wilder, bro. It's only so much, you know, he can't get, but he ain't in the same category as Wilder, really. You know, Wilder got an equalizer that Bud ain't got. Only equalizer that Bud got is a shoe shine. You know what I'm saying?
Wilder got 2 things Bud don't got. He can take a punch, and he can knock you the fuck out with either hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bud ain't got that.
So Bud needs some defense, but it's too late. It's too late. Because anything he can't do now, he gonna get exposed if he fights Spence.
Yep.
It's too late, man.
Yep.
He talking shit too, and it's crazy, bro, because it's like, man, you know, Spence has been nothing but professional and classy towards this man. He has not ever spoken out publicly negatively about Bud at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when Bud, people like, oh, Bud got Spence scared.
Yep.
Like when he came up on Spence, like, bro, like what are you doing, dog? Like
what you doing, man?
Like what is this? What is this all about?
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna pull up on Spence, and I had that nigga scared. And look, he look like he over. Nigga had a hoodie on.
Yeah.
How can you judge his body composition in a fucking hoodie?
A big ass hoodie.
And then Bomac fat ass sitting around talking about he can barely fucking breathe. A drunk ain't shit. A drunk ain't shit. Nigga, your fat ass ain't shit.
I think about this. You can't tell me, bro, man, I'm drinking a fifth of Henny every night.
Listen, man.
You don't fucking drink yourself, you fat bastard.
You fat, dirty motherfucker. Dirty ass motherfucker.
Watered up.
If you go in the dictionary and you look up fat fuck, you gonna see both that.
You know who Bomac should have been for Halloween?
Him and Diet.
He's a fat fuck.
I don't know who's fatter. Him
Bomac.
and Diet Water fella, though.
Bomac remind me of fucking Violator off of the Spawn comic book series, dog. That little fat ass clown.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he is, a fat ass, dirty ass clown.
That's
Hashimoto.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
Crazy, bro. It's just like, man, these motherfuckers be trying to really pump Bud up, man, bigger than what he is. They gonna get that boy fucked up. And it's like this dude done. He's spoken to you cordially and civilly, you know what I'm saying, on FaceTime and all of that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna fight, you know, when we gonna build it up and we gonna get it on. You know what I'm saying? But basically, man, you gotta put in some work. You know, you trying to jump the chain. I didn't put in the work. I done fought all the hardest people at 147. You got to do some of that too. You got this little. There
you go. See, that's why I knew your ass was some fruitcake looking motherfucker. I knew it. I knew it had to be a fruitcake looking motherfucker getting on this shit with some bullshit like that.
Who was that, Miguel? Is that Lotus Flower Bomb?
There you go. Remember this. Frank Ocean's little brother.
That's Frank Ocean's little brother.
A motherfucker like this talking boxing. Get the fuck out of here, man. There ain't nobody taking your ass serious.
This motherfucker was leaving
like that. I run away from boxing, though.
This motherfucker follow Lil Nas X on social media and shit. He jumps on live. But but man, listen, man. But it's crazy, man. Like, never bite the hand that feeds you. You begging for a fucking payday, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You begging for a payday. I put this out there, and Bud fans didn't know what to say. Again, man, shout out to Loyal to the Game. I was on this boxing page, and I put this out there because they got a lot of people that ride hard for Bud out there. And I proposed this hypothetical, and I couldn't get any kind of rebuttal. Mm-hmm. If you think you're the boogeyman, and you think that someone is ducking you and someone is avoiding you, how about you reverse the game? How about you turn the tables?
Mm-hmm.
How about you turn the tables? You want to know the way you can turn the tables? You move up to 154. You fight Charlo. You fight Jamel Charlo at 154 and take his belts, because we know eventually Spence is going to move up to 154.
Exactly.
Go ahead and go up to 154. Fight, fight for them titles. Get them straps, and then now you the king at 154.
Exactly.
And so now he has to come through you in order to reign supreme in there, and then you can dictate the terms.
Yep.
But you ain't gonna do that. You don't. It's people at 147 you don't want to see. You don't want to see Ugas. You don't want to see Boots Ennis. You don't want to see Virgil Ortiz. You don't want to see Porter. You don't want to see Thurman. You just want to beeline straight to Spence with a guaranteed payday.
Facts.
And it's like this. You should learn something. You should learn. You're going down the same path as Lomachenko. You're going down the same path as Lomachenko. Lomachenko, they bet the house on themselves. They bet the house on themselves and they lost. They failed. They thought they had it in the bag. What you should do is you should build your own fucking bag. It don't have to be just one cash cow per division. It can be multiple cash cow per division, depending on how you actually line up your business.
Facts.
And to me, if I really felt like I was pound for pound, I wouldn't be looking to legitimize that by fighting one guy.
Exactly.
I would clean the whole fucking division. I don't care if they had a strap or not. I'm building my legacy. I'm building my resume. And if I really believe in myself, it ain't gonna go no fucking 12.
Exactly.
If you really that guy, you should stop Porter in 3 or 4 fucking rounds.
Exactly.
If you really that guy, you know what I'm saying, you should stop or have a decision over Ugas.
Yep.
If you really that guy, you should stop Thurman altogether. If you really that guy, you should be able to show Boots Ennis he don't deserve to be in a ring with you. You should show Virgil Ortiz he don't deserve to be in a ring with you. That would cause so much buzz and pandemonium, you know what I'm saying, around your name that Spence wouldn't have no choice but to fight you at that point. Because number one, you bring in more notoriety to the fight, you know what I'm saying? And at that point, your resume would truly rival his if you got through all those people. You know, and you fighting leftovers, man. You fighting Triple G leftovers. You fighting Spence leftovers. You fighting people that have been shot through the fucking leg.
Right.
You fighting people we ain't never fucking heard of. Mean Machine and shit been, you know, inactive for over a year and shit like that. How is you pound for pound, bro? But then at the same time, it's like, man, you're not even trying to look. You can. This is chess, right? You know what I'm saying? You can jump and do different things on the board and come back, you know, to taking the king down later. And you can jump over to 154 or whatever, get them straps off of Jamel if you're really about that life. But see, Jamel will put your ass to sleep too. You don't want to see Jamel like that. You trying to focus on Spence like he the little dog. It's like, man, you the little do you know he be giving them problems. And so it's just crazy. He been talking real slick or whatever the case is, man, talking real slick on social media and shit like that. You ain't your own fucking boss. You can't say people ducking you and don't want to fight you when it's your fucking promoter. It's your promoter that don't want to make the fucking fight. What do you keep ringing this man bell for and trying to call this man name out for like he ducking you and you don't make your own decisions?
Right. To be told, Bud don't know why the fuck fight don't get made.
Exactly.
He's not even in the conversation.
Let me address this shit, Tom Ross, because this shit sounds stupid. How the fuck you call yourself pound for pound boxing channel, but then you say Spence is fighting Thurman's leftovers? In order for it to be Thurman's leftovers, that means Thurman would have had to definitively demolish these cats. Did he definitively demolish Danny Garcia? Did he definitively demolish Sean?
That'll make sense.
Leftovers. So what are you talking about?
Leftovers is when you tear somebody ass up. It ain't not the same.
Thank you.
That's how much Mikey Garcia is still walking around fighting at 147. You know what I'm saying? He ain't coming down to 140. Leftovers when you like contemplating life. Like they literally think like, damn, I should have came to 147. These niggas really thumping. No, people argue the fact that Keith Thurman didn't even win that fight.
Exactly.
People argue the fact that Keith Thurman didn't do enough. So now, man. Now, after Errol Spence get a hold of Danny Garcia, he gonna be leftovers. Because everybody leftovers after they fight. Look at Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia fought Spencer. Couldn't even beat fucking, what was it? Correct? What's his name?
Eric Morales, charity.
Couldn't even beat Morales in a charity fight after that fight. Got smoked by old ass Morales. Ooh.
I'll never forget that shit. Morales was beating the shit out of him. I was like, damn, Spence fucked you up that bad? Shit.
This motherfucker, man.
Sometimes it's good to get knocked out. Sometimes it's not good to go all 12.
Yep.
The best thing that happened to Leo today is that Leo got knocked the fuck out. It would have been bad if he would get beat up like this for 12 straight rounds.
Yep.
He could barely talk out. That motherfucker would sound like he was retarded. He would sound retarded.
And you had his what the fuck is that? That Robert Garcia's son, Peter. That's what I said. Any motherfucker that's named after a pita bread, they don't have no right to be calling no fucking fights. Oh, Derek James says, stop the fucking fight. And Peter, no, Aztec Warrior, we're gonna die for La Raza. They fucking died for La Raza that night. Woo.
James B29 said Mike be staying at 147. He ain't got no choice. He can't go down to 140. He can't lose the weight. And he can't go to 154. He ain't good enough to go to 150.
Exactly.
He ain't got no choice. He got to be at 147.
And I see motherfuckers that have Tom Russell say that he could beat Manny Pacquiao. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe it.
He should have been left, motherfucking. He could have been his own boss, bro. How do you avoid? How do you avoid being your own fucking boss?
Exactly.
How or why would you avoid calling your own shots? I'm gonna let this old ass Jewish dude direct my career.
Right.
I don't want to be my own boss.
Right.
I'm gonna let him dictate who and when I fight and how much I get paid, and I'm gonna just show up and fight. Right. Then I'm gonna turn around and act like people ducking me.
Mm-hmm.
When all the while my promoter don't believe I can beat these niggas. No way.
Exactly.
It's just delusional, man. How the fuck can you, man? Bud fans are fucking. The Bud and Bud fans are fucking delusional. And I believe that this whole pound for pound shit. I'm gonna tell you, I believe this whole pound for pound shit. Bought. You said it's what?
It's bought.
It's bought. It's definitely bought. But I also believe it's antagonistic. I believe they're intentionally stirring the pot. You know what I'm saying? Because
I can see that too.
Because, eventually, man, these men are going to have to see one another, and it's just like, I'm so annoyed because I feel like this, honestly. Spence don't need Bud.
Mm-hmm.
Bud and Spence. The only reason why the only reason why Bud has any hardware at 140, say he got that little weak ass belt off of fucking Jeff Horn. Who fucking cares? Bud
cares. They bring that up. He beat Jeff Horn. I'm like,
who the fuck is that Jeff Horn? Done retired.
What?
Yep.
Jeff Horn, he beat Pacquiao. Okay, yeah, he beat Pacquiao after Pacquiao he came to PBC, and he can't take them steroids and shit like that no more.
Right.
When they got him away from doping and shit like that or whatever, that's when you start really. He always been getting his ass tagged and dropped and shit like that anyway. But when he really got off that sauce, that's when you really start seeing that motherfucker getting his ass worked.
Right.
Yep.
You start really seeing him get his ass worked. That motherfucker ain't never fought in the sun before outside in the motherfucking arena. And honestly, I feel like Pacquiao, he was getting his ass ragged around and shit like that night. It just wasn't his day that day in the ring.
Exactly.
But, Jeff Horn, man, he caught a good when he caught Pacquiao at a good time. But Jeff Horn wasn't nobody, man. Like, come on, man. This dude ain't done nothing at 147.
Yep.
Bud has not done anything at 147. And like I said, the fights that would really actually legitimize him, the fights that would really legitimize him, he don't want them. He ain't calling for those people. I don't take him seriously at all.
Yep. But that's my pound for pound top 5. I got Spence 1. I got Mel 2, and I don't mind if y'all interchange that shit because I can see Mel being 1 because of the lineal. I got Tank. I done boot tanked up to 3. I got Wilder at 4 because to me, at the heavyweight, Wilder did something that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury didn't do. He tied Muhammad Ali with 10 title defenses, and underratedly, Wilder don't get enough credit for that shit because we haven't seen that in the modern day heavyweights, and that's something to be said. And then the last 4 fights. Luis Ortiz twice, Tyson Fury twice. I mean, come on. What are the heavyweights doing that shit? And then to me, number 5 is Jamal Charlo. All brothers. That's the way I look at that shit. All 5.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it was something I was about to hit on before. People in denial. Manny won. Manny did not win that fight against Jeff Horn, man. Manny was trashed that fight. But people don't realize this: when Manny able to juice up, he can fight with anybody. But when he not, he over fucking rated, man.
Yep.
He overrated. You want to know why he's so good against Thurman? Guess what? No Olympic style test against Thurman. That's why.
Yep.
He was able to juice up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what fucked me up because I had Thurman, but then I didn't do my diligence. By the time the fight start, it said, "Oh, there will not be Olympic style test in this fight." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Damn, man, Pacquiao gonna win this shit." You know what I'm saying? Because Pacquiao he could fight with anybody when he can juice up.
You're right, bro. Floyd said it. You're right.
Yeah, Floyd caught you on time. You think how the fuck you go from 106 all the way up to 154? You chopping everybody down. That's not how boxing work.
How you get?
Right.
Yeah, how you get your ass mauled by fucking Jeff Horn, but you turn around and knock Keith Thurman down?
Right, that don't make no sense.
How you get your ass dropped by Marquez, but you turn around and get your ass beat? Hey man, come on, man. Good dude, man.
That don't make no sense. But boxing fans, they don't care who cheated as long as black people are cheating. The only time they care is somebody on steroids if they black.
Yep.
Yeah.
They act like we still don't got no proof that Barry Bonds was on steroids. But they act like Barry Bonds was wanted for murder.
Yeah, they want to ban Big Baby Miller for life, indefinitely, but Canelo's still fighting. Pacquiao's still fighting.
Yep. And that's why had up a hell of a point with Barry Bonds because you know why they did that shit with Barry Bonds? Because Barry Bonds was breaking every fucking record. And Barry Bonds, what they don't tell you about baseball is hand-eye coordination. Shit that Ox knows. Shit that Tom Ross knows. Steroids can't account for hand-eye coordination. You have to have skills to do that. Yeah, the steroids help out with you being able to have you a little bit more anabolic, a little bit more strength, but it doesn't help with your ability to react to that fucking fast ball that's coming your way. And pre-steroid, Barry Bonds was knocking out 50 plus homers a year. So let's not sit here and act like Barry Bonds wasn't fucking elite. It's because they saw this brother was killing everybody with not only batting average, but also home runs that they were scared of what this guy represented. So they painted him like nobody's business. They tore his ass down.
Bro, Barry Bonds, I played baseball. Barry Bonds could, I don't know what he was taking. I don't know if he was or not, but he could have not been taking anything. Barry Bonds, his batting skill was unmatched. Barry Bonds was getting walked. He was forcing the pitchers to walk him because his eye was so good he would not swing at a bad pitch.
Yep.
So in order for them to get a strike, they had to throw a perfect pitch, and he'll smack that shit. He'll smack it out of the park. Because anything that wasn't a good ball, he was not swinging at. Which either way it goes, he would get on base regardless. So that's one thing they don't bring up when they talk about Barry Bonds. It's the fact that he was forcing pitchers to have to give him something to hit, or else they was going to walk him. Most of the time, if they walked him, somebody coming in off third base anyway, because he's batting fourth, it'll be like bases loaded, it'll be two people on base already. So they had to give him something to hit. And he'll just crank that bitch out the park. The fact that they made that shit such a big deal lets you know how biased the shit is. Because Tyson Fury wasn't even a big deal until we made it a big deal. ESPN still ain't covered it how they're supposed to cover it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yahoo Sports, none of these people covered that shit how they covered it. It's not a big deal when a white man cheats. But it's a big deal when a black man is suspected to be cheating.
Facts.
And here's the caveat. Here's why that is. all this shit, steroids and testosterone, all that shit was created so they could compete with us.
Exactly.
So they don't consider themselves cheating when they do that. Like Canelo don't consider himself cheating when he uses Timbudo, because he feel like this makes me athletic as a black man. Tyson Fury
Mm-hmm.
don't consider himself cheating when he fucks around with his gloves, or when he takes tainted boar meat, right, and testosterone and
Yep.
shit, because he figures this makes me the closest black as possible.
Yep.
So that's why they don't get on each other for cheating, because they feel like they ain't doing nothing even in the playing field. But when a black person cheat, they don't like it because now their cheating ways don't work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Now
hitting
they
that shit on the thumb and the needle, but see, I'm gonna expand on that because I want you to see my baseball prowess. I just don't fuck with baseball no more, but I was fucking with baseball at that time. Mark McGwire, his white ass, when he was knocking out home runs, they didn't say shit
say nothing.
because him and Sammy Sosa was going back and forth. And the reason why they accepted Sammy Sosa is because Sammy Sosa was willing to bleach the black off of him so that he can be white.
What?
So they loved the fact that he was the super coon. So they didn't mind when they were going back and forth and they was doing home runs. They didn't mind those two doing what they did. But when Barry Bonds showed up and outdid them, then it was like, oh, okay, we got to come after this dude right here. But see, when they was doing it, they made it seem like Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa saved baseball, and that was bullshit. As a matter of fact, the guys that saved baseball was Alex Rodriguez and fucking Barry Bonds mixed with Derek Jeter. Those were the guys that saved fucking baseball. But they don't tell you that. They want to tell you it was Mark McGwire and fucking Sammy Sosa.
Nope.
But that was bullshit. And when Mark McGwire was hitting home runs, oh, look at Mark McGwire. They called him the Big Mac. They called him a mammoth. They gave him all of these phrases that you would give masculinity, right? To make it seem like he's doing something otherworldly. But then when Barry Bonds did it immediately, hey, is he on something? Is he juicing? But you could see Mark McGwire was even bigger than fucking Barry Bonds.
Right.
So I rest my case with that, though. I digress with that shit, man.
It's Barry Bonds juicing like he ain't always been the ideal hitter. Always. And then everybody knows you get big. He was fat. He started to get fat. He started to get a gut. Everybody knows you start getting bigger as you start getting older, unless you always in the gym.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So at the end of the day, they hated on Barry Bonds. They had still to this day, they have no proof that he did anything, but yet they won't let him in the Hall of Fame. It's whatever.
Fact.
And Pete Rose deserves to be in the Hall of Fame for his playing, but not as a manager.
Yep.
Not as a manager. You know what I'm saying? As a manager, he shouldn't get in. But as what he did on the diamond, yeah, he should get in. But they're not gonna allow Pete Rose to see himself. They ain't gonna allow him to get in. Because truth be told, he was sloppy.
Yep.
When what he did, he exposed how rigged sports is.
Yep.
Because when a manager is better on baseball, he's basically saying that not only is the shit rigged, we help it to get rigged. So we throw games. So he is better on the games that they purposely throw.
Yep.
He exposed sports for being rigged, and that's the reason why they take out the anger on him. Because we're supposed to believe as dumb people that sports is just on the up and up, and they don't never cheat, and it's not rigged.
Exactly.
The common person not supposed to know that sports is rigged, and that's the reason they taking out the anger on him because he fucked it all up.
Yep. We too real for TV, man, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, when you're dealing with absolution motherfuckers like this, it reveals finstratalization, man. When I saw that, and I saw that Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa somehow was able to skate Balco, even though they were guilty as fuck, because they were guilty. There was no denying that they were guilty. Barry Bonds, they still couldn't find out if he was guilty or not. But they basically, by public perception, public opinion, they already made him public enemy number one.
Yeah.
But they gave Mark McGwire the benefit of the doubt. They gave Sammy Sosa the benefit of the doubt. But if you're going to give these guys the benefit of the doubt, and you know they juiced, because they were part of the Balco list.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't you giving Barry Bonds the benefit of the doubt? See, that
Right.
shit makes no sense. A-Rod, they condemned A-Rod. They didn't blackball A-Rod the way that they blackballed Barry Bonds, but they slapped him though on the wrist the way that they did not slap Mark McGwire. They slapped him on the wrist the way that they didn't slap Sammy Sosa. See, it's just bullshit, man.
Yep.
And that's what we talk about when we say in sports, there's a double standard. And then here's the one that got me. When the coon buffoon Ken Griffey turned his fucking back on Barry Bonds. Because when they asked him at the time, just like how he talked about Mickey Mantle and all of these guys, and he knew Barry Bonds, him and Barry Bonds, they kind of grew up in the same fraternity and all that shit. That was kind of like Barry Bonds' what's that? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? There you go, Lifeline. That was his lifeline to kind of help him to not get condemned. And you know what the coon buffoon does? Just like coon buffoon do, he ratted out Barry Bonds instead of having his back because he felt in coonery and buffoonery that he didn't want that shit to fall on him. And it's just bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we talk about when we say sports in general has to deal with this. When we see Gervonta Tank Davis, instead of giving Gervonta Tank Davis credit for this win, some people in the comment section, oh, he was supposed to win the fight. Oh, Leo Santa Cruz deserves a rematch because what? It was close for the first 2 rounds. Are you fucking kidding me? When somebody
if you get knocked out in brutal fashion, you don't deserve a rematch
like that. They don't deserve a rematch.
You don't deserve a rematch. You get knocked out like that, man.
Exactly.
Down there, he like he was dead, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is y'all talking about? That's
exactly.
it. People, listen. It's one thing to want to see somebody win. It's one thing to be mad if somebody else that you didn't want to see win. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I even get you initially saying they want a rematch. But when you sit back and you do your research and you look at the fight and you look at the fight again, when you think about it, man, Leo Santa Cruz, he had his moments in the fight, but Tank was landing all the flush effective shots.
Yeah.
And Tank was wearing him down. The fight was never really close. It was entertaining. It was never really that close. And Tank finished him in brutal fashion.
Yep.
In brutal fashion, y'all. There's no rematch. There's no rematch. It's over with.
Yep.
Me personally, I think people deserve a rematch when I can't tell who won.
Exactly.
When I can't tell who won.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Then you know what I mean? Then I'll be like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then it's up to the guy to give him a rematch. You can't demand a rematch when you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. You took an L. You got knocked the fuck out.
Yep. And you know what I'm saying? At the end of the fight, Tom Ross, Leo Santa Cruz said he moving back down to 126. So that's it. That's all she wrote.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much even though Spencer didn't get the knockout because he was in survival mode. That's pretty much what Mikey Garcia did. Mikey Garcia was MIA for like 3 months.
Yep.
Then he went and was fighting charity fights and shit. He basically said, I got to go back. I can get 147, not for me.
Yep.
When you call up the wrong motherfucker, you realize this shit not for you, man.
Exactly.
You see, Mikey Garcia not trying to take no real touches at 147. He trying to fight an old ass Pacquiao out the door. He trying to, you know what I mean? He trying to fight easier touches or something, you know what I mean? Because Pacquiao, truth be told, Pacquiao with the juice got a good 5-6 rounds in him. They ain't gonna start dying off. Why you think they started to come back in that fight? Keith Thurman. If Pacquiao was in 2015, Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia wouldn't be trying to fight Pacquiao that Floyd fought.
Exactly.
You wouldn't be trying to fight that Pacquiao, man. You want to fight Pacquiao on the way out just because he want to say he a champion at 147.
Exactly.
They so thirsty to get a belt to say they have muscle. They don't even weigh the fact that there's only one real champion at 147 right now. That's Spence.
Yep.
Everybody else got a part of the championship.
Exactly.
When you the unified champion, you the champion.
Yep.
Everybody else got a part of that championship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that you know what I mean. So at that point, it's like, yo, you lost the Spence, so you're gonna try to fight the old man on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Get a belt that you're not gonna defend because who you gonna fight? You ain't gonna fight none of the young boys. You ain't gonna fight Bruce Ennis. Your ass, I know your ass ain't gonna fight Virgil Ortiz. And you ain't gonna fight Spence. You ain't gonna fight. So you gonna get a belt for what? Just to say you got it? I can't stand this fucking this generation of boxers, man. I'll be glad when Canelo through. I'll be glad when fucking Tyson Fury through. These guys don't want to unify. I'll be glad when Anthony Joshua through. He got these belts, but he don't want to unify.
Yep.
He don't want to be undisputed.
Yep.
I'll be glad when they through, man, because they in the way of real boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care whose feelings I hurt. Yes, Canelo ass in the way. He should have fought for undisputed.
Yep.
There ain't no such thing as that guy don't got a name. He has your belt. He has something you should want. You 160. That's he has something that yours, man.
Yep.
Ain't no you go get that. Bud Crawford going over the top rank, knowing top rank gonna do business with PBC. So he can have a reason to do that. I'll be glad when these motherfuckers out of boxing, man.
Facts.
I'm sure will, man. They the ones in the way. They the ones in the way. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully when they done, the ESPN can shut the fuck up because that's the only reason why ESPN even talk about boxing because of those guys, man. You know what I mean? They horrible. They horrible at talking boxing. Bob Airman, the promoter. Exactly, man. Everything about the top rank is fucking crooked as shit. Everything. Ain't nothing on the up and up, man. They mad. Whenever they got to do a fight that's on the up and up, Bob Aaron ought to be mad as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he had no type of leverage in the Floyd fight with Pacquiao, he was mad. He was horrible. I think it took so long for him to get that fight, for them to make that fight. He was upset that he couldn't cheat. And they finna do this. They trying to do the same thing with Deontay Wilder right now.
Mm-hmm.
They can't cheat anymore, so now they don't want to make the fight. Period.
All right, salute to you, Jaguar Assassin, man.
This one,
listen, man, you killed it today, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna close this shit out because you put in work, man. I mean, you put in work. You set the tone with your pre-live, then you set the tone with your live. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just set the tone. And y'all folks gotta understand, man. These lives that we doing during the fight, that's the thing. When you got guys like He Knows and guys like Tom Ross, when we touch something, we just elevate that motherfucker to the next level because you get a next level commentary from next level dudes, man. And we're gonna give y'all that real shit, man. We're gonna give you that ether, that shit that make your soul burn slow. Right now, you know, they always say cloud nine. We sitting on cloud affinity because the fact that we led the charge with the Deontay Wilder situation, and then for Deontay to come and confirm what we said, not like we in Deontay Wilder's camp. We was just on the thumb and the needle of the damn situation. We was 6 to 12 months ahead of the pack, ahead of the fray, and we called the spade there. We called the Gervonta Tank Davis the situation for what it was, and look what happened. And we called out Terrence Bud Crawford for what it was. Look what happened. Tom called out the Teofimo Lopez situation for what it was, and he gets the credit for that. We called out the Canelo situation for what it was, and that shit happened. We basically told you guys there was no dissension with Floyd, Gervonta Tank Davis, and Calvin Ford. Clearly, the performance showcased that, and it denoted that. And all of this bullshit about black on blacks or supposed black community boxing fan bases trying to conquer and divide. That shit didn't fucking ride. Because tonight, look what happened. Gervonta Tank Davis did his fucking thing. And now these motherfuckers are kissing Gervonta Tank Davis's ass. This is what happens when you have to lead. Even when people don't see where the leadership is going. This is what happens when you're taking shit to places that people can't go, because the burden that me and Tom Ross have is we go places that most people are not willing to go because they can't walk a day and a mile in our shoes. And if you walk a dead mile in our shoes, you will be hard pressed because you'll be like, damn, this is what these motherfuckers got to deal with. That's why it's called Double Dragons True Alphas, man. Because we got to deal with that true alpha extraordinaire governed by true alpha economics. And you guys don't understand the economics we got to deal with. It's tough. We deal with that shit in our lives. We deal with that shit on YouTube. We deal with that shit everywhere we turn. Because being an alpha is not easy. But we make that shit easy because we know that each and every single day we got to go out there and dedicate ourselves to the truth. And we're not going to compromise. We're not going to pander. And you know what we did? The both of us, in our own ways, in our own individuality, we made the truth look sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Name another motherfucker that can do that shit. I mean, at the end of the day, me and Tom Ross can say, name a YouTuber that we ain't influenced, though.
Right.
Say it again. Name a YouTuber that we ain't influenced, though. That's just like when Nas said, name a rapper that I ain't influenced. Our influence is everywhere. You see our duplications, our imitations, everything that we do is everywhere. And Gervonta Tank Davis needs to get respect put on his name. The Charlo brothers need to get respect put on their name. Earl the True Spence needs to get respect put on their name.
Mm-hmm.
When it's all said and done, because bottom line is this, man. We called this shit and we said PBC got the best thing smoking. They got the best fucking cards. They put on the best fucking fights. And they got the best boxers in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't understand that and you can't put that into your head and let that marinate in your corpus callosum and let that marinate in your cerebellum, then you're a fucking dodo head. And we can't help you out with that. When it's all said and done, you've been watching us long enough. And if you ain't learning shit, then you're behind the curve. Because we're going to keep pioneering in our own individuality. When we come together, shit going to be even more cataclysmic. These things are going to be more and more because it just ramped up and started with Gervonta Tank Davis. Now they done fucked around and told us to get in this shit. Now when we get in this shit, we going to be the best motherfuckers in this shit too.
Mm-hmm.
We stand out amongst the fray. When me and Ross step in the building, the level of competition got to step the fuck up or step to the fucking side, man.
Straight up.
Get run the fuck over, though. That's the cold-hearted. That's the unadulterated. And that's the cutthroat truth teller fashion, man. I keeps the foot on the necks, and Tom Ross separates the motherfucking weak from the strong, man.
Right,
we gave you guys a great live. Y'all make sure y'all hit them thumbs up. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all share. But at the same time, make sure y'all give my boy Tom Ross love, man. And make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to the brother's channel. Make sure y'all turn around and show Tom Ross the love that he deserves on his platform, because this brother is tearing shit up. I knew he was special, and special begets special. Make sure y'all cash out this platform, man. Make sure y'all donate to the platform, man. Whatever y'all can give y'all Sunday's best, because shit is only gonna get bigger. Shit is only gonna get real. Shit is only gonna get more absolute and resolute. And we just gonna keep bringing it to you guys until you guys bend the proverbial fucking knee. Tom Ross, salute to you, brother.
Yeah.
Man, you have a great night. Everybody in the chat, y'all have a great night. Hopefully we gave y'all a good show. And we're gonna see y'all in the next big fight, man. Peace.
Peace.